Yes. Welcome back. Welcome back to another Sean Sports Frenzy, another episode of our show. Sorry for not being here last night. Well, some of you guys know, some don't. Last night I was on CVM talking about some local football. So yeah, hopefully you guys catch that. For those who didn't, I might put it up on the channel. But yeah, otherwise from that tonight is just centered around track and field. We know that the Jamaica senior and junior trials will be kept from tomorrow until the weekend. So we have lots of track and field to talk about, and I have a panel of gentlemen that, as I mentioned before, some did do decent in tracks, but they were just not good enough, distracted for whatever reasons. And yeah, let's just welcome one of them. Here's one of them. He wasn't good enough to actually make it to the seniors. But yeah, welcome, voice. What God?
What up, man? What up, man? Chilling.
Wonderful. And then welcome another one. James call him Stridex, I call him Adrian. Well, this fella love track and field, but guess what? He just doesn't have the talent for it, man. He just wasn't good enough. So,
Wow. Okay, I'll take that.
and then welcome the man himself, man. As I call him, the bad Spaniard. This Spaniard, though, this man was good at cricket, but sucked at tracks. Welcome once again. And also
Yeah, man. Big up, Levan.
as well. Welcome, man. Welcome. All right, so this is where we're going to start it tonight. And so Shakes jump out there. The big up yourself, Shakes. Kish, big up yourself. Senior trials is coming up. Last time we were here, we talked about the women. Well, we eventually talk about them again, but this time we're going to start off with the men. So look at the men's field. First time in ages, we actually have two men running under 10 seconds. One where the coach came out and said that this guy can run a 9.6, ran 9.86, and it did look good. Sixth fastest Jamaican over the event, 21st fastest of all time. Good going from him. So I'll start with you, voice. When I look at the field that has been assembled, and I'm just going to put it up on the screen quickly. All right, so there it is. Listing as it reads, we have Oblique Seville, as it says, 20, Ackeem Blake, 20. We have the next Blake, one that should just stop run. We have Taekwondo Tracy, Mario Eslap, Nigel Ellis, Conroy Jones, Jelani Walker, Jazzy Murphy, Kim's favorite athlete, Kashane Bailey, Kemar Bailey Cole, one that fling on a black pan Kim's, Kadrian Golson, Julian Ford, Kishane Thompson, Delano Dunkley, Odin McPherson, Shakur Williams, Michael Campbell, Xavier Nairn, Anthony Carpenter, Java Tucker, Rhyme Chambers, Dashanel Dyer, Tajay Gale, Alexavier Monfries, and Ashani Smith. Well, look at this, Kems. What's your takeaway from the listing that I just gave?
Carpenter take the man thing for drop thing. What this man doing in lineup for the 100-meter, boss? Listen, in all seriousness, obviously we're looking at the first two names, right? We're looking at Oblique Seville and we're looking at Ackeem Blake, right? For me, the Seville time was definitely a surprise for me. I know the young man had talent, but I didn't know that the talent was going to emerge that quickly, right? Glenn Mills come out and in his Glenn Mills style, come out and say he can run whatever time. I do not believe that he can run that time. Not this World Champs, not next World Champs, probably the following Olympics. Then probably at that point, then we can see something. But that time that Glenn Mills say, I won't even mention it right now because I don't think that's happening. You can say it is a motivational tactic or users' belief in the young man, either for to put the warning out there or just to let the young man feel like he can definitely do it. If that's the reason why he's doing it, absolutely no problem. But I just don't see that time. A name I was just about to mention him. So I ran against some of these guys in high school, like Ocean Bailey. I expected Ocean Bailey to be further than what he is right now. Kemar Bailey Cole, I just think he's just a place killer. Jazzy Murphy, before I knew about this Ackeem Blake, Jazzy Murphy was a person I thought that, would have won the trials. And this was way before any of the track meet start this season. I just picked him blindly. Jelani Wonka, obviously, he was St. George's College old boy before. I think he went to Calabar after. That. So, obviously, there is some blue blood there. And once the blue blood is there, I'll definitely, be cheering him on. Nigel Ellis, listen, look
There's
like
no blue blood there, sir. I'm sorry, I have to cut you. There's no blue blood there. There's a traitor there. Continue.
Nigel Ellis, after he did what he did at obviously boys and girls championships. I just never really see any big progress from him. And again, if you make an Ackeem Blake come past, Oblique Seville and all these persons are in front of you. Julian Fort is always someone I heard that is training very well, training very hard. But for some strange reason, when it's time for him to deliver, at the top of the mountain, I know Julian all the way from Vars Prep, because Julian was at Vars when I was at Vars in the same time. So I know Julian from that time. Wasn't a spectacular athlete at Vars, but went to Woolmers and, develop, work on his game, work on his craft. But he just can't seem to get the race together, that we're looking for. Probably he can do it at these championships. Has been a guy that has been unlucky with injuries, so I'm not really sure. But again, we're looking at the top two names. Even though Johan Blake is not really my cup of tea, but the man has done well for Jamaica. So, line him up in the race, we can see what he can do. But it's just really the top two names, and I think barring any injuries or anything crazy, I think Seville will go ahead and win this race.
All right, Chris. Now I look at the comment section now, and I see Shakes and quite a few other fellas talking about Tajay Gale this, Tajay Gale that. So, do you think that this guy is actually serious about this 100-meter, or is a case that he's just building up his speed for the long jump?
Yeah, that's it's really sad that this is what happens when you come off track on events that you normally do well at. Like, back in the day, you wouldn't see some of these names entering in the 100 meter. Now everybody can enter. So I just feel as if anybody enter, and it's Tajay Gale. I don't expect him to make the team. I don't expect him to make a relay team. Like you say, I think obviously he has some speed in his long jump, and that's probably the reason why I'm enter. But the big reason is it's the disrespect to the 100-meter program for the past since the post Bolt and Johan injury. It's just that. That's all it is.
All right. Odion, welcome, man. Question to you. Kim's basically said that Seville and Ackeem Blake for the top two. If you have someone to actually get that third spot and probably automatic qualification, who would that person be that you're looking at?
Good night, everyone.
Or if you disagree with Kim's top two, you can go ahead and let us know.
No, good night. I don't disagree with any of the persons he have. I actually agree with him in terms of Oblique Seville winning the national title. Ackeem Blake, I definitely have him holding on to second. But I will tell you though, the veteran Johan Blake, I think he's going to finish third, making the team. So for me, I am prepared to call the top three in that particular order. I will, however, say though that there are a few other persons that is going to make this 100-meter exciting if actually turns up and report. And you guys might laugh at it, but Christopher Taylor, and I am looking for a season's best from Conroy Jones and a big personal best at the same time. So let's see how it goes. But I believe the top three would be those three that are listed in that particular order.
All right. I just looking back at the list and I realized that Chris Taylor's name has been pulled from the 100 meters. So apparently he's not going to compete. So, Adrian, look at this. I guess basically everybody agree in a sense, except me, because I don't want you and Blake on that 100-meter team. So what say you? Because the top two basically have selected themselves already. So what say you?
Third place. I think it's a toss-up, and I think unfortunately, you might not like it, but I think Johan stands the better chance of anybody else of getting that third place right now. I doubt there's many names out there that can pull a surprise, because if they could have, you'd have seen a hint of it about 2 weeks ago, right? Our coaches know what they're doing. They know when to put an athlete out there to test them and see exactly where they are. So you would have at least seen 2 weeks ago someone dropping like a 10-1, a 10-0, and they're looking very good doing that, right? I haven't seen any. It might have missed me, but I haven't seen any or anything to shout about. So I think Johan is going to grab that third spot. I don't think there's many or any men out there, right, that can actually take away that third spot from it.
All right.
Tajay Gill, if I may speak on that, Tajay is from my understanding of being a jumper and stuff. I think what he's doing this year is taking a break from the heavy work that the jumping, because it's a jumping event, a lot of banging on the knees and the tendons and stuff like that. And he had an injury, so I think what Stephen Francis is doing is backing him off a little bit this year. Just have him run, get faster, and then we'll probably see him again next year back in the jumps. But I think it's just a break. It's not that he wants to be a 100-meter guy, because what him run this year, 10-4, 10-3, that can't cut it, Bridget. So it's just a break from the jumps. But I think Tajay is going to be a world-class jumper. In fact, I think he has what it takes to break world record, to be honest with you.
Cool.
And you know that looking at it, you know that if he's actually smart, he just stick to the long jump, because he can win the title there. Because when I look at the Greek fella, what is his name, Tentaglu, it's not the case as if he has been jumping out of this world. It's been 8-3 and 8-4 at the best. He's been jumping. So I mean, if he can come back to the form that we actually saw before, he can easily win the gold medal. But
right,
that's a tough thing. But
I'll just say this, guys. For Tajay Gill, I don't have an issue with him competing in the 100 meters. I think it's a very smart move. He has nothing to lose as defending long jump champion. So just exploring some of his options in the 100 meters.
Fair.
Yeah.
And you brought up a name as well. All right, Kim, go ahead.
No, so I was saying, I see Sheiks in the comment section saying Tajay Gill for third. If Tajay Gill come third in our men's 100 meter, we need to throw away all of these men. All of these Julian Fort, all of these Conroy Jones, Nigel.
Yazim Murphy. Man, Jones, young man. What throw can a Jones from?
We need to throw. If Tajay Gill come third at our national trials, we need to throw all of them money. We need to throw them money.
No, better than that. I will eat this phone that I'm looking at if him come third, and that's a promise. I will eat this cell phone.
That is impossible for that man.
What kind of third?
Like, as bad as Jamaica men sprinting is at the moment, Tajay Gill cannot come third in the money thing. Impossible.
Who is it that made that comment? We need to talk about that person. We need to investigate the lifestyle.
Yeah, you know that man is actually a doctor, though.
No, I need to give back him doctor degree. It's foolishness.
Kids just like to cheer for a good moment. That would be a good moment. Everybody would talk about it. So
Sheiks like those just like to feel good moments. Okay, I see.
Yeah.
Sheiks, that's not the time, man. Don't watch the time, man. Watch a minute. So it was actually 13 minutes. So you can mark it at 13 minutes from. But Conroy Jones, he has been steadily improving, and I think he's at elite as well. So yeah, he has been doing well, and I'd actually love to see him finish these guys, because as I mentioned, I don't want to see you and Blake on that plane. So anybody else that can take third spot, no problem, as long as it's not you. But go ahead, man.
I think the question I want to ask as well is, if the top two goes are supposed to go, and then the third place, so Adrian and Odeon say, and I don't know if you're going to mention this. If you're going to mention it later, then we can move on from it. But what are our 4x100 meter chances really when we look at it? Because I think at the Olympics we came fifth, sixth, because I know our team got disqualified and then they bumped up a little bit, so we came fifth or sixth in the 4x100 in the Olympics. So what are our realistic chances? Are we looking at a medal with those two guys, Johan and probably another person who probably a Nigel Ellis, quick start or something like that? I'm not sure. I don't know if any of you guys have any insight or any opinions on that. Because I think a 4x100 with Jamaica all the way at the back, barely making the finals and struggling to be amongst the medals It's not something. It's not a visual that I like to see. So I don't know if anybody have any views on that.
So let's think about last year. Who were the men that were on the team? Was on the team last year? I bet you don't even have to judge your memory. Were any of the men last year running 9.8 or 9.9?
No.
Very good. USA had what? 4.99 or 2.98 and 2.99, something like that.
Yep.
Still didn't know.
Somewhere around there, right?
Yep.
So this year we have 2.99. I think we're in serious contention for a medal in the men's 4x1.
Agree.
Your contention.
So when there's a serious contention, are we talking about bronze or a close silver?
If I was a betting man, I would say a medal, but winning it is going to be very difficult. We have to hope that USA drop the button again, which is not far-fetched. So the goal might be ours for the taking.
Yeah, because
I think
they are a traditional dropping the button.
Go ahead,
I don't know you're going to eat championship and drop the button.
I think based on farm, anything except a medal should be disappointing. Based on farm and how the athletes has been performing this time around.
But if you look at it as well, you know, what was I going to say? If you look at Italy as well, right? Their top sprinter has been struggling with a lot of injuries this season. So the man who actually propelled them to that medal last time out in the 4x1, he's not the same person this time around. So that could be another factor that we look at as well. But Shakes is saying here that, but you guys literally don't rate all the other men. You have Blake for third, so it can't be a weird call to pick Gale. The man them are good.
No, but that's supposed to show you. That's supposed to show you, Shakes. If we don't rate the other men and we still say Tajay Gale can't beat them Monday, that will show you how low Tajay Gale is. Listen, and he might as well become a fine sprinter probably next year, probably the year after. Who knows? I mean, he's under Steve Francis, so we know we can't take that man for granted. But right now, just switching from the jumps, especially coming off a year that he was injured, I just can't. As bad as the sprinting is, I just can't put him. I just can't put him over these guys. I don't ever think he's in the top 8. I don't think he's making that final. If he runs around, he's not making that final. Not even.
Fellas, I think Shakes come to upset us tonight. Tajay Gale's best time this year is 10:36. Right? You want best time is 10:05. Third best Jamaican on the year so far on the world list. It is not far-fetched for us to think that he's going to cop that third because the next best is 10.14. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Conroy. I don't remember my name. It don't work remembering. But for him to throw Tajay 10:37 in there for a third place. Come on, Bridget. That man come here to upset us tonight. We need to start screening the people and we are coming. Real talk.
And this is part of the reason, though. This is one of the reasons why I was excited to see Christopher Taylor in the 100 meters because I was more about thinking that he was entering the 100 to make the relay pool for the 4x1. Because we'd have seen him at Calabar doing a lot on the backstretch, and I think he would have bring some amount of potency to the 4x1.
Absolutely, totally agree.
Yeah,
totally
I agree
with the point. But
we have 10:17.
If there's supposed to be any surprise in that 100 meter, where you guys see it coming from, if any?
Jones or Bailey Cole?
What? Yeah. Odian. Oh, bad man. Don't make me run there for this show. Bailey who? Bailey Cole have no chance. No chance.
I bet there's a Kishan Thompson.
And when you talk about the surprise, it means in terms of upsetting Blake in third. That's what you're talking about, because nobody moved in the top 2.
Yeah, I agree. So I'm talking about the third place.
Bailey Cole.
I don't think no one move in the top 3.
Yeah, I will agree, but he just said if. He used the word if, so I said,
well, Bailey Cole can't even beat Jaziel Murphy right now. Me have Jaziel Murphy over Bailey Cole right now. Listen, and Odian, I don't know what you see in Bailey Cole. You know why you call his name just now? Probably a bridging. So some I'm Richard.
No.
But for me,
he's a friend. Okay.
but no, it's not. It's not? Okay. But for me, Bailey Cole is just not a man I believe is serious about track and field. I think he likes the benefits of track and field. He likes what track and field can do for him. But in terms of, putting in the hard work, working hard, and listen, I know we have...
But he had injuries to Kem. That's not how it is. He had injuries just like Johan. Bailey Cole had some serious injuries.
Jazeel Murphy injured from there at Bridgeport. And I don't have that, I don't have that reservation against Jazeel Murphy. Because the man will work hard. But Bailey Cole literally won't work hard. But he'll watch your comments.
No, but he always get injured. So he say, is it injured because he don't work hard?
No, Bailey Cole won't work hard, but he'll watch your comments on Facebook and block you. And block me right now because all I ask him for, I said, Mr. Bailey Cole, all I want you to do is have a season where you work hard. I want to see you put in the work hard, and you come and you show some fight at the trials. That's all I ask him for.
You pick up cement for that, brother?
Yeah?
And that you pick up cement for?
Nah, the man asked me what I achieve in my career, my work list, with this, with him tell me every single thing.
Stick up in. What him accomplish in a film career? Let's call a spade a spade. Wait, what has he done?
Marrying Teresa.
What? That's it? I mean, she's a lovely young lady, but I think he'd get lucky even in that too. But anyhow.
Yeah, I mean, in all honesty,
the man
is somebody I
want. The man is bad lucky, man. The man has some injuries, brother.
No, man. What may I say, Chris?
Mental case. He's a mental case. Every championship him come him hurt.
Yeah, Chris Lynch, there is a lot of persons right now, even on this list, that has been unlucky with injuries. A lot of them. Why is it that we are hug up Bailey Cole? Oh, Bailey Cole, hush, you're bad lucky, man. No, we can do the same thing about Julian Ford. We can do the same thing about, again, another Jazeel Murphy. There's a lot of things that we can do, but while we are hush. The same thing about Johan Blake. Johan Blake is not supposed to be running right now.
Right.
And also the same thing about the defending national champion who forgot Taekwondo Tracy.
Exactly, even him too.
But it's not an excuse. It's just the truth. So, like Fort, like an example you use, you must do it Fort. You say him is a hard worker, but him turn up injured. So, I don't understand why Bailey Cole don't get the same treatment.
And this is what I'm saying, Chris Lynch. Okay, I've never seen Julian Ford come forward and use injury as an excuse. I've never seen Johan Blake, even a man not supposed to be running, use injury as an excuse. Bailey Cole consistently, I'm injured. Remember, the man I blame Glenn Mills in injury, Glenn Mills are the one who make him injured. He need to move on from racers and go to somewhere else, and because Glenn Mills not training him good enough, etc., and whatever I'm saying. Yeah, these are what them say. What would they say in the group chat? How would they say it? A bad workman quarrel with his tools, right? And that's exactly what Bailey Cole do. So I don't know. But now I'm not against the youth. I just want the youth work hard. Him talented,
come on,
nice.
You have something against the man. Come on.
I have something against him. Soft. I don't afraid to say I have something against him. I'm soft. I'm not sugarcoating nothing.
But Shakes actually agree with you, Kim. They're saying that but Bailey Cole would be considered worthless in a sprinting, so can these people. Yeah. But I guess we'll move on from there. We don't have much to talk about with these fellas because they've not been doing well. So let's go over to the people that have been doing well. And guess what? The Heats are out as well. So let me just bring that back up.
Really interesting.
Yep. So let me zoom in on it.
Oh, Lord.
I expect those sort of draws.
So here's Heat 1.
Right.
All right. So, GOAT. Obviously, in a Heat 1, GOAT take that easy.
Yeah, Kiara will win that easy job.
Elaine Thompson, Shakura Wallace, Natasha Morrison, top 3.
Correct. And disagreement?
Hold on. Like, Brandy
Wait.
Brandy don't look too bad for that third spot, Natasha is just not somebody when we can get enough forward. But I'll agree with Odian. With the top 3. But watch out for Brandy Hall though.
Alright.
But she'll have to run a PB.
The each.
Alright, E2. Chris.
Birchill
Well,
look
I
like she
feel
can
like-
win that one day.
let me see.
That youth, yeah, man.
Hopefully, Brianna make it through the heats.
Come
Yeah,
on.
man,
She
go
will.
with
She will.
Shelly, Brianna, and Smith, Junelle Smith.
Who? You see John L. Smith run the race this season,
Birchill.
boss?
Birchill.
I'm going with 3-4-5. Ramona, Birchill, Shelly, and Brenna.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's easy. That's an
No.
easy pick.
Well, hold on, Chris Lynch,
I think I mix up Smith with, what is that Jamaica girl name?
Natalia
Natalia White.
Yeah, I think I mix
Oh.
up. But
Smith are the one who used to go Woolman's man where kind of
yeah,
end
I think
Shauna
I say
Help's
Smith this season
kind
for
of
real.
end Shauna Help's career.
She don't have a season's best.
Huh?
She don't have a season's best.
Yeah,
Nope.
she don't have a season's
She
best at
hasn't
all.
run.
Yeah, that's what I'm know some I mix her up because there's no way. I'm not see her for you.
Where did Shauna Helps go to university again?
FSU.
Right. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I met her in Texas.
Yeah, man.
That's Marvin Anderson's cousin.
Yeah, man. She got FSU, man, but she was one of them who was had a lot of injuries from Woolmer's days coming up. She had a lot of injuries and I guess she just could overcome them. I don't know if she even still doing track and field right now, to be honest with you. But it's a
Right.
situation, all on the level. It's a situation you see and Jermaine Gonzalez. When Johnny Smith whop up Shauna Helps at champs, Shauna Helps was just never the same after that. She was just never the same. Even when she got the scholarship, got to FSU, she just couldn't replicate that, that form, that she had. So.
And someone in the comment section said, no, she's not. She retired.
Oh, retire?
That's Franz Ford. That's the head coach of Immaculate Conception High School.
Oh, I'm saying she retire. Okay. All right. Thank you, Mr. Ford.
All right. Adrian, E3.
Mhm.
Oh,
E3. Shericka Jackson. Kempa Nelson.
And Shamira.
Anything else can come through.
Shamira Williams at 11-1-1 for third.
Everything else is irrelevant.
Odian, tell me something about this. I don't know this Shamira Williams. Tell me something about her.
She been on the block.
Shamira Williams, formerly of MVP, she left MVP as well, went with Fraser Pryce to St. Elizabeth. She's a hurdler as well. She does the 1-2 and the hurdles, but she tried to see which event for each season she has the advantage. And I think for this year, the 100 meter has been showing her some luck. She ran 11.11 earlier this season, and I think that will be good enough for third to qualify her to the semifinals.
Where did she run 11-1-1? That's not on the word. 11-1-4.
Yeah.
I'm not seeing anyone else, Kim's.
Hold on. Let me see. Okay.
Anybody?
Want to Joanne Reed. I remember, she was, one of the persons at champs, with the
Diego.
give, and this is over Chris Lynch place. Chris Lynch, give us some insight on Joanne Reed. Can she make it to the semifinals?
No, I think it's more so when as a college athlete when they travel, they pay for your travel and all of that. So you go back home and get vacation. I don't think she's making it through to the semifinal.
Okay.
11-5-3. She's not moving on.
Okay, fair. All right. Eat for now.
Most competitive heat.
Odian, go ahead. Whoa.
All right, so this is the most competitive heat because it has the number 4 seed, which is Kevona Davis, versus seed number 5 in Natalia White. And if you put that into the mix with Ashanti Moore and Sasha Lee Forbes, you get what you call more competitive, but not necessarily the fastest athlete in this heat. So I go with Kevona Davis, Natalia White, and the battle will be on between Sasha Lee Forbes and Moore. But I'll go for this heat. I'm thinking that the top 3 will be Davis, White, Forbes, and the time qualifier will come from this as well in Ashanti Moore.
What time has Forbes run for the season?
11:21.
For some reason or the other, I just can't like her.
It is relative to the entries that we have. So 3 must go through. So based on what we have, she'll go through.
All right.
So you have Sasha Lee Forbes over Ashanti Moore.
I have Kevona, Natalia, and as I said earlier, the battle will be on between Sasha Lee and Ashanti. Either way, third, but 4 persons will qualify from this to the semifinals.
Okay.
Hey, gentlemen, are we considering that Kevona Davis is probably done for the season? And this is
No,
why
I don't.
Okay. He came to Big 12 championships. Or was it the regional? I think it was the Big 12. And she gave us that 1095, right? No, that was in Lubbock. Never mind. At one of the meets, I can't remember exactly if it's the regionals or the Big 12 meet that she dropped that 1083 windy at the time. And we haven't seen anything near spectacular from Kevona since. She struggled at the national championships, NC. Right? She did finish what? 6th in the final, I believe it was?
7th in 11.22.
Yeah. I think the season has taken its toll right now. I think she's finished. I wouldn't look for much from her. She might move on from that heat, but she definitely
She'll top seed in the heat. She will.
I mean, being the fastest don't mean nothing. But like, I'm giving you the variables that you need to consider. It was a long college season for her. And from what I saw...
What about Kemba? You didn't say that about Kemba in the other heat before.
Say it again?
Chris, Kemba kind of different this season from Kevona doing it.
But we're talking about Kemba Nelson, who finished 2nd, right?
Yeah.
And who only do one event, really?
100 meters. Yeah.
Right.
But what we have to also look at
the workload, the workload is not the same for both of them. Texas runner.
I understand that, but what we have to look at it's the heat that she's in and who is there to beat her from not advancing from a top 3 spot. That's the thing.
Okay.
She will definitely go through. I don't see 3 people beating her.
Okay. All right. Fair. But I think semifinals though is the ceiling for Kevona Davis. As Adrian said, listen, when you're, and I've talked to a lot of athletes who run for Texas. When you run for running for Texas and running for Oregon are 2 different kettle of fish, that right? So, and you can notice if you really watch the NCAA and stuff, every meet that's keeping, I'm tired to hear Kevona Davis.
I've never seen a fish in a kettle before, but continue.
You're trying to say Kevona will be fine.
Yeah, Shani can tell me that, yes.
But question, when I look at this heat, right? In terms of the athletes that are there, which one has been the most disappointing?
Disappointing?
Yeah.
I've been so impressed with all the ladies this year.
This person is the most disappointing person ever. Lane 7. This girl promised so much and
Christiana Williams.
Yep. She's on a big disappointment, man. No joke.
Christiana.
11.55 this year, minus 1.8. So she probably can get down to 11.2, 11.3.
Reason I brought it up now. We remember what she did at Edwin Allen, and then for her to be here at this stage and up to now, she can't really replicate such time or form. It's just being sad on her part. But let's move on.
Big up, France. I can't believe we let you on the show after you tell me say Brianna Williams coming 6th in the finals. Absolute madness.
I'll put money on it.
Kems, I want to just say this. I hear you say Kevona will hit the ceiling at the semi-final. Let me tell you, I have her going all the way to the final. And at the end of the discussion, read the heats, I want everybody to give me their top 8 because I have mine written down already.
Nah, sir.
That's where I'm going to go right now because it's 4 heats. So yeah.
Hold on. You said that you have Kevona going to the finals.
Going through to the final, she's going to make the top 8.
Kevona, who could have barely met the people them NCAA championship final, you have her making the Jamaican trials finals. Absolutely not. No chance. This is a Tajay situation for me. No chance. No chance. Kevona Davis making it. No chance. And I like Kevona, but no chance. All right. Seriously, audience. I know it's probably a little bias. We all have biases, and that's fine, right? But when I look on this list, and if Shelly decides to run all the way through to the finals, that is already one spot taken away from Kevona, right? So let us say we have Shelly, Elaine, Shericka. That's 3, right? I'm putting Brianna there. That is 4, right? Then now I'm looking. She can't beat Shakori Wallace. Absolutely not. That's 5. She can't beat Kemba Nelson. Absolutely not. That's 6. Who else can I look for? You know,
Natalia White.
Can't beat Natalia White. That's 7. So tell me, you're going to put Kevona Davis in there for each up in
No,
8?
man, just tell me the 8. You stop at 7. That's it.
She can't beat Ramona Burchell either. Can I? No chance.
Oh.
No chance to beat Ramona Burchell. No chance. If Kevona was rested and so, probably. But listen, that season that she had for Texas, listen, she was doubling up. Not even what's her name. I think her name was Julian Alfred. Not even she doubled. Not even she doubled, and she had a long, tedious season. Kevona coming like the workhorse for Texas.
Utility player. Yeah.
Cause she now win nothing, you know. But
but she can get your point.
Her name does depend. Her name does dead. But she now win nothing.
She can get your point. So you just put her out there.
Absolutely. She ran a great 4x1 leg. I'll give her that.
But all right, if we're being honest though, which of the event you think is the better event for her? 100 or 200?
200.
200.
200 for sure.
200. No,
but since as audience, let's just give her 8. So, Kim, you started, so you settle on that.
So my 8, yeah. My 8 is
right.
I'll give that. Yep.
All right, Adrian, go ahead.
You want my 8?
Yes, man.
All right, so Shelly winning easy, right?
Correct.
Elaine, stop. Shelly's going to win easily. Shericka Jackson will be close behind Shelly. Elaine will be 3rd.
Yeah, hold on. Never stop it. No, never stop it, boss. Like, no, on a serious note, Adrian. On a serious note, really have to talk to the producer of the show to see. No, on a serious level. Why is it that? I'm going to give me a perfect explanation. Why is it that you have Elaine coming 3rd in a race like this?
Do you know who Stephen Francis is?
If I'm not personally, but I know.
Yeah, but you know off the court and what he has done over the years and how him do things, right?
Absolutely.
You know that beating in the 200 meter, I send go test Elaine. You know that, right?
Okay, sure.
He was testing her to see where she is, and them have her right where they want her.
Okay, so you
think, and I promise you, she will not in the 100 meter. She will not finish ahead of Shericka Jackson.
All right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Shelly kicking up a storm and running a whole heap of 10-6. But I wouldn't be surprised if Shericka win the 100. I'll be honest with you.
Why are you getting all mad over? James, why are you getting mad over the national championship? Elaine can finish 3rd and go to the world championship. What's the big
Elaine
problem?
promised him something, man. I must that.
No, this is it, Chris Lynch. I don't like when people come on different platforms and disrespect the double Olympic champion, the fastest woman alive. You know, one of the greatest sprinters that Jamaica has ever seen. I don't like the blatant disrespect. Nobody will come here and say Shelly is coming third. Nobody would have ever, no matter what.
Yeah, because she run 10-6. We're not gonna say after we an idiot. She run 10-6. Must be 5-10 times for the year.
But Elaine doesn't need to run 10-6 to prove that. But Elaine doesn't need to run 10-6 to prove that she can beat Shericka. In fact, Elaine has run 10-7 this season. As much as I respect, and let me just say this, by the way.
Basically 10.80 because it was 10.79. So let's not pick it up.
Repeat?
I said basically it's 10.80 because it was 10.79. So
saying it was 10.79, it looked better than it was actually. No, France, talk to me. 10.79. Which coach in the world I can say, yeah, man, at 10.79. No, we are saying 10.8.
No, fam.
All right.
Can't take it.
All right. So is it that we're going to say the 1067 is 1068?
No, that is Shelly we're talking about.
Okay. All right. So let me just say this. By the way, we all respect Stephen Francis as a coach, but let me just say, Stephen Francis is not coaching Shericka. Paul Francis is. Shericka reminds us.
Hello, wipe that from your mind. That is just what them tell you.
Right.
That is just what they told you. That is a business decision to have it out in the public. That no, it is not. Just trust and believe. Paul Francis.
Okay. All right, so just run up the 8, boy.
I go too nice and easy, but it come with him.
Hold on a second, man. So what? 38 people on the stream right now. Make sure you like the video, man. Make sure you hit that subscription button if you guys haven't done so already. So, you guys do the do because I realize that you guys love the conversation. So, yeah, Adrian, continue.
So, Shelly, Shericka, close second, Elaine,
distant third,
Shakori Wally, fourth, fifth, Brianna might get fifth, and Natalia White behind.
Yo, hold on.
Kems, let man finish.
Kems, let me run down this game.
Did the interject after.
I'm going to boil up his blood, pa.
Listen,
No, you know what I like?
I
like when the results are out there and we can come back to the table and have the discussion so I can say I told you so.
Absolutely, Adrian, but me already watched Brianna Williams box up Shakori Wallace already this season.
It never happened at trials. That is what I'm trying to tell you. This is a Stephen Francis coach athlete. They are coming for that spot. So where was I?
Right, Adrian,
Shelly, Shericka, Elaine,
Shakori,
that's it, Shakori fourth, Brianna fifth, Kemba Nelson sixth. Even though the college season, I believe the college season is going to be a drag on her in that championship. I don't know 7th or 8th, to be honest with you. I can't call it. But that's my top 6 right there. So, and I want you to write it down. I want to come back and tell a big head boy say, I told you so.
I have already written it down in my head.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Chris, you're 8th, Chris.
6 man. 8. Well, just to put this out there that the Commonwealth Games is after the World Championship. So people are running to go on that because more than likely, most of the athletes them have a medal at the World Championships, them now going to probably turn up at the Commonwealth Games. So people are running for spots in that Commonwealth team. This is like a Commonwealth trial also. So that just to put that out there. But I don't know which order they have to give in an order where them are going to run.
No, just set up there.
Because of that the problem. That cause came so hot over one side.
Make him boil up and bust.
But Shelly, Shericka, Elaine, Brianna, Natasha, Kemba.
Okay.
Let me say one thing what Chris Lynch say. Chris Lynch, I promise you, Shelly and Fraser, she will go to the Commonwealth Games because after another failure, after another failure on the World Championship stage, she going to win a medal. So Adrian up there can say, oh yeah, she's a Commonwealth champion because
is this the man that just we should come on here and disrespect national champions, rare and one bag or something?
I mean but if I'm saying that Shelly is going to get beaten by a woman that is clearly better than her, a woman that is clearly
Okay, all right.
Shelly ever run 10.5 yet?
No, has Elaine repeated that time since?
She don't need to.
Has she repeated that time since? That's a simple question you stutter about, Reggie. Come talk to me. Has she repeated that time since? Has she came close to that time?
But she don't need to.
Why she don't need to?
Why does she need to?
Well, Shelly has repeated her 10-6 over and over. France, you need to jump in and stop make the boy beat me up.
Hold on, man. France will get him time, man.
But Adrian, we have seen Shelly. We see Shelly run 10-6 and then come Olympics, come get beaten, come get dumped up.
Because the difference is Kems. Just tell them what also happened at the Olympic as well. Shelly will run her 10-6 in a 1 hour race. Ask her to repeat it after the rounds.
So now call my athlete buckups.
No, I'm not saying it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
man.
why Shelly and Fraser last year ran 10:74 of her 4 Olympic performances. That was her fastest time in a final, finishing second, going through the rounds. If you look at Elaine, 10:61 was going through the rounds. So even this year, Shelly ran to 10:67 twice. But guess what? Will make the difference at the World Championship.
Who is stronger at rounds? Who is stronger at rounds? I post that on Facebook, audience. See someone flipping up about Shelly's time, and I said, just remember who is stronger after going through rounds. Just remember about that. We know that it's a landslide. Who is stronger at going at rounds? You know, don't need to tell me who is strong. Everybody know who is that.
But that's not the same athlete this year.
So people in the comment section, if you want to call and cuss out Kims, the number is on the screen.
They need to. Everybody need how much? 30, 40, 50. They need to call and cuss him. Right.
Yeah, man. The number is running across the screen, so you guys can call in and just. This
4-time world champion. Hello, hold on. Stop the level. I need to say something, man. I need to put this out there. Because man, disrespectful I am. A woman who has won the last 6 world championship. We have called her name 4 times as the world champion. The last 6, 4 out of 6, right? And if you win again this year, we're talking about 5 out of 7. You don't go nowhere in the world and find them kind of dominance there. And this man will come disrespect her about our buck-ups. No, man, open up the line to make the people them come.
Well, I would say about Buck. She's a great athlete and she executes well. She's a wonderful athlete, excellent athlete. So that can't be a buck up for me. But I'll just say this though. You want me to give me 8 people them first?
Yeah, go on.
Let France go first, man, and then you jump in. Because since as you're the one who requested the top 8, yeah, man. So France, as a matter of fact, I'm getting a call right now.
Yo, bad man.
James, go on.
Yeah, man, I'm here.
Shoot a shot, man.
Shit.
Yeah, man, go ahead, man.
Oh, I'm saying, Kims is talking about disrespect, right? In terms of, he was referencing Adrian's comment about the disrespect, right? Because Adrian had her in what, 3rd?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. But Elaine is the one searching for her first global title, true?
Correct.
Shelly has 4 in the 100 meters.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you're going to put it on a beam balance or a scale, really and truly, there is nothing to counter what Shelly has done, because we are no longer talking about the Olympics.
Mm-hmm.
It is a world championship year. And whether or not Shelly gets beaten, no problem. If she gets beaten, fine. However, you can't be talking in present day about something that's futuristic. And at the same time, you're going to disrespect Shelly on one hand, but then claim disrespect for Elaine when, as I said, Shelly has accomplished more at the world championship level.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Shelly has been to more. So Shelly has been in the sport before Elaine. That's number one. In 2015, when Elaine was about to put that beating on her, obviously Stephen Francis hired her and put her in the 200 because guaranteed. And France know this, and deep down, Bad Mind Stridex know this as well. If Elaine had lined up in that 100 meters, she would have put the beating on that Wolmerian very easily. All right, so that is one. And listen, let us also face the fact. What I'm saying?
I'm saying that I remember, I agree with that point because even other day when you guys had the show and you were talking about Shelly versus Elaine, I also agree with that point that I believe that Elaine would have won that race if they lined up the 100 meters. But I'm saying,
hello.
Elaine, that one championship gold medal, Shelly would still have 3.
All right, but also my final point is this, because I don't want to turn it into an Elaine versus Shelly, and I want France to go ahead and talk.
Right.
But all I will
no, man, France can't wait. Elaine has been 0% champion at the time that Shelly has been world champion for 4 times. 66% of the last 6 world championships she's been champion. Elaine has been champion 0 in the 100 meter. That is where the discussion is.
Okay.
0.
Okay.
Kevin, let me ask you this. You believe that Elaine is in the best form right now?
Listen,
Watch him have a
Shay.
lie. Watch him have a lie.
No man ask you a question. Give me a chance to answer.
I just
Go
want to
ahead.
see if you're actually consistent.
Listen, I am uncertain, of the form that Elaine is in right now. I'm uncertain. However, last year at
Wait.
this.
No, hold on. Don't go no further. Hold on.
Hold on, Sheikh.
Sir, you answer the question. Don't go any further. Right?
All right. Producer, cut him off, the man.
No, man, the man go on like you want bad up the man. Cut off what? Make the man speak.
Sir, Kems, remember that there was a show not too long ago, and I was in the comment section and I was listening, which is why I'm saying I'm just checking to see if you're actually consistent with what you've been saying.
I am.
Just answer the question. Are you certain about Shelly's form right now?
No, because listen, Shelly's a front runner, right? She's a front runner. So when it doesn't, listen. What I've seen at the last Olympics, I'm going to say it here. At the last trials, everyone thought that Shelly going into the Olympics would have probably been the 100-meter champion. She just wasn't.
Kems, we're talking about the national championships, right? Not the world championships. We're talking about the national championships.
Okay. Well, yeah, okay. I never complain. Hold on, Shakes. I never complain about.
The list that Adrian gave was for the national championships, not the world championships.
But, hold on, boss. I only had a problem with Adrian saying that. Boss, but you can't ask me a question and then answer the question. I better you want talk, boss. You want talk. And we just listen.
I'm asking, it's the list that you guys are going through right now. I thought it was for the national championship.
Yes, but I never had an issue.
So it is about the national championship, and I'm here asking you, do you believe that ET is in the best form? And you're gonna tell me no, you're uncertain about that. Then I can't kill a man if you pick Shelly to win the race, boss.
But I didn't have a problem with him picking Shelly to win the race. I have a problem with him picking Shericka over Elaine. That was my issue.
Sir, you made an issue about Shelly as well. We have been listening.
All right, sure.
All right, Sheikh, say a word. That's the current.
Yeah.
Big up, bro. But Kim, it seems like you still come on there final because a female just let you a voice note, so I'm just play it.
Oh God.
Of Sports Frenzy, good night, good night to the panelists of Sports Frenzy. Good night, everybody in the comment section. This is Kish for you. First of all, my favorite athlete is Shelly. Kems, nobody is disrespecting Elaine. Elaine has done good for Jamaica. But
good?
You need to understand that everybody has their preference. You can't expect everybody is going to pick Elaine to win. So you need to stop being this little spoiled brat. Person voice who they want to win. Do you expect everybody to choose Elaine? Come on, seriously, how does that make sense? Kems, get a hold of yourself.
All right, listen.
Screen name to Brat, please.
listen. Let me just respond to the wonderful Kish really quickly. Kish, I have absolutely no problem if not everybody love Elaine Thompson. All I'm asking for is giving the lady the respect that she rightly deserves. That's all I'm asking, right? Some people favorite color purple, mine are blue. I don't
Negative.
Favorite color.
Nobody have the purple color as them favorite.
Kish does, and France too. But listen, so I don't have any problem with anybody jumping on Shelly bandwagon or loving Shelly more than Elaine. But listen, let us have some respect for the reigning Olympic champion. Let us have some respect for the fastest woman alive. Let us have some respect for the fastest time run since Flowdrome. Let us just have some respect for this person.
All right. France, go ahead, man, and give me a tap here. This has been a long hold.
Right, well, I'm agreeing with Shakes. This is for the national trials, not anything further.
Mm-hmm.
First, Shelly first, Elaine second, Shericka third, Nelson fourth, White fifth, Brianna sixth, Wally seventh, and Kevona last.
Friends, you want to give a man our take, eh? Our take that, you know, man. The man have one finish third and the next one finish sixth. That's it. But yeah, you've heard all the guys. What's the topic that you had?
Oh.
Odian.
Oh.
Okay, my top 8. And you guys tell me if you want it in the order or just the top 8.
No, one other man.
Go for the other.
Top 8 game, one order, two on the order.
All right, from 1 to 8, the Olympic champion Elaine Thompson for the win. Shelly and Fraser Pryce second. Shericka Jackson third. Kemba Nelson fourth. 5th place going to Brianna Williams. 6th, Kevona Davis. 7th, Natalia White. And 8th, Shakora Wallace.
Okay, sound good.
Listen, and I know, Levon, I know you want to switch topics, but listen. If Kemba Nelson, Shakori Wallace, who else ever name on a call? If any of those persons beat Brianna Williams at the national trials,
What you gonna do?
Please write it down, you know.
This man bagging to come here already, you know. So
I change my name, like
No.
Like, listen. All right, France. You say Kemba Nelson. If Kemba Nelson,
No. Forget about that. We are gonna do if one.
Tell us, yes. Wait, that's the juicy part. Yeah.
I'll allow you guys to decide what I do.
You get to wear a Kingston College shirt.
No, man, that's too easy. Send
That's
him
too
one of your
easy.
paper then.
Okay.
Send him one of your paper then. I'm have to eat. And the ear.
Brianna, listen. Last thing, Levon. I know a lot of you guys want Brianna Williams to change coach, and I'm not going to beat the dead horse, right? But listen, as I've said before, this young lady has run her personal best every single year she has competed in track and field. No matter if it's just by a little inch or by a mile, she has run her personal best.
In what road?
And what I know she named there, and Kemba Nelson and all those persons who Brianna whop up Kemba Nelson at the national trials last year. She whop up Shakori Wallace this year. So listen, those persons can't beat her. She will be our 4th representative in the 100 meters at the World Champs.
all right, so I'm not going to give any top 8. I'm just going to give a top 4. And I'm having Shelly winning the national trials, Elaine second, Shericka third. And even though I beat the coach and I beat Brianna day in, day out, I think Brianna will get that 4th spot. Why? She has been there, done that, and I think she'll actually peak at the right time. You actually realize, you know, the meets that she has run badly at is overseas this season. You look at how she has run in Jamaica. She has generally run well in Jamaica this year. So I agree with Kim. So I'm giving Brianna the 4th spot.
Sorry, gentlemen. Because I want him just say I have to just dress appropriately. Appropriately. Yes. Continue. I speak like a this with the pun today. Continue. Go ahead. Well,
all right, so Kim, as we say, Kim, I agree with that still, man. Brianna for the 4th spot. Even though I beat the coach and beat her on a regular, I give her the 4th spot.
Like if Brianna can't finish 4th in this race, then I joke thing.
Let's pack it up.
Better on just pack up
on
and go.
the train that says she need to change coach.
Yes, man.
Oh,
but we're going to go next. Which other event spark real interest for you guys?
The men's 110 hurdle.
All right, say no more. Let me just get to it quickly.
What about the men's 800? Is that a doozy, or is Parkinson going to beat the new national champion?
Record holder, sir.
Yeah. Sorry, record holder. My apologies.
Thank you very much.
You guys can go and talk about it.
Is that the 100-meter hurdles that we're talking about? 110 hurdle?
Yeah.
All right. Guess what, like, and you bring it up. I could hear you know. Are you an Omar fan?
No, I'm not an Omar fan. Actually, my 2 top hurdlers in terms of favorites are the 2 that represented us and got gold and bronze last year at the Olympics. Not in any specific order though, but Levy's out with an injury. So for me, my top 8, and then I'll give you Parchment is winning the national title. Omar McLeod will be second. Rashid Broadbell will be third. Damian Thomas fourth. Fifth, Philip Lamonius. Sixth will go Jaheim Hales. Seventh, LaFrance Campbell. And eighth, Michael Herah.
Can this
All right, now what's the season best for Jaheim Hales?
13, 44.
13, 44.
So you guys don't think Orlando Bend will actually make it to the finals? 13-3-6, and I mean he had actually hit a couple hurdles. Well, 13-3-7, and I think Broadbell has went 13-3-6 or 13-3-1.
13-31 for Rashid.
Yeah, so you guys don't actually think that these guys can make it out something, because even if you look at Damian Thomas has looked awful all season long. Really awful. But that's your top 8. Adrian, what you have in terms of top 3? I'm not going to go top 8 for this one.
Yeah. We don't need to go top 8. After 3, it's not. It don't make no sense. I think it's gonna hold true. With the world list, Parchment, McLeod, and Broadbell, with the exception of we might hear an excuse from Omar McLeod about why conditions weren't optimal for him, and why now we need to make concessions for him and treat him special and make sure that what his wife and make sure on the team and these things. You understand?
You leave out a key thing though. Remember that the food is not presented properly.
Right.
Say it again?
The food, man. Remember that this man had a problem with the food as well, you know.
The food?
Yeah.
Yes,
right.
Man.
So, if everything goes according to Omar McLeod's schedule, he will be on the team, right? If not, I don't know who will take that third spot, to be honest with you, because none of the other gentlemen impressed me enough for me to say this is a standout guy. I think the top 3 is going to hold true to the world list. Broadbell, McLeod, and Parchment.
All right, Kems, your top 3.
I mean, listen, this is not just like in a regular 100 meter. Like, this is hurdles. This is some barriers that they have to cross, and you know, any card can really play. Any card can really play, but you know, let us say everything goes how it's supposed to go. I think McLeod will win. All right, I think Omar McLeod will win. I think Parchment will come second. I think Broadbell, have a point to prove. I think, you know, based on what happened last season, you know, he was running really well, got hurt. You know, there was some confusion about, is he going to get the medical exception? Is he not? You know, so I believe this is his opportunity, you know, to prove that, you know, he belongs. And I'd have to go with that Thomas dude. And this is just me. It's just me guessing, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Because as Tridex say, none of those guys really don't impress me where I can put my hand and say, hey, this person for third. So I'm just eeny, meeny, miny, mo, and I'm going with that Thomas guy.
All right, France, top 3.
Parchment, Broadbell, Bennett.
Go again?
Parchment, Broadbell, and Bennett.
Okay.
Why is so you leave out McLeod, boss? Give us some.
Yeah, we need to know why. You can't just leave him out, and that's a big name. That's your fellow Kingston College alumni. Or Manchester, you leave him.
Well, watch out. I mean, the thing about McLeod is that is the cloak of invincibility is no longer there. You understand? Running under pressure is where he gets in trouble and makes the mistakes that cost him races. So right now, I don't trust the headspace. I don't trust that the confidence. I don't trust where he's at as a
That's
athlete.
fair.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I mean, as you were saying, Sheridex, in terms of all of the excuses, you can't give the public no more excuses, especially after what you said last year after trials. You understand me? Nah, you can't bank on that. Yeah.
You bring up an excellent point. You bring up an excellent point. Like, because I watched him in a Diamond League race, and I don't remember the athlete that pulled up beside him and him start do all kind of foolishness.
Right.
But this has been, but Sheridex, this has been his mantra from ever since.
Yes,
Once
sir.
he's being pressured, because I don't think I think he's fast, but I don't think he's an exceptional hurdler, right? So if you pull up beside him, say for example, I mean, I've watched races where a Holloway pull up beside him and then him start the foolishness. Even does any athlete that have some name out there just pull up beside him, probably breathe too hard, him start flash and do all kind of things. So
the key,
Pryce actually bring up a great point, but I just believe that he will go into the mindset, say, hey, let me just finish top 3.
I agree, Ken.
Qualify, and then, we'll work on everything else after that. Because I think, what happened to him at the, at the trials and so, and then him come with him excuse the food did bad, never get enough time for warm up, and then I know him going to Oslo, and him sorry, can't miss him cousin funeral, and like it's always a story with him, So I just think he just try to qualify, and then at the World Championships we'll see how it goes. So
are we allowed to speak on that, Levon?
Sure.
The excuses.
Sure.
Hold on,
I don't want anyone.
Before you go to Australia, Thames, what you said a while ago, still now. The thing about him is a one-trick pony. You understand? How he wins his races is dispatching everybody from the blocks. If he doesn't get away, it's more than likely not going to win it.
Yep.
Holloway too, as great as he is.
Exactly, that's the point I was getting to.
That's until we catch him.
Same problem. Holloway has the same problem, in terms of once the pressure comes, once the pressure is there, him pull him best impression as often. You know what I mean?
I've seen it twice. I've seen it twice in quick succession. At Olympics, he did it.
Yeah.
Just the other day against Devon Allen. When Devon Allen touched beside him in that race, you just see him kept on going backwards.
And look at the regionals before NCAA, the NCAA championship, his last year at school. Remember the guy he beat in the finals, beat him the week before, same way. He just hit rigor mortis in the middle of the race when the pressure hit, instead of just remaining cool and keeping your flow going. You know what I mean? So can't bet on that, brother.
All right, Odion, question, Ronald Levy, what has happened to him? Because I haven't seen him on the entry list or anything of that sort. So what has gone on with him?
Well, I'm not sure exactly what happened, what sort of injury it is, but the last time I heard, both legs were in cast. So I'm not sure what really happened, but he's out. Yes, not sure.
Damn. All right, we're going to look at the $100 for the females, because I think it's another interesting one.
Oh, yes.
Here it is. The start list: Demisha Roswell, Brittany Anderson, Danielle Williams, Crystal Morrison, Megan Tapper, Shimara Williams, Yannick Thompson, Rosalie Cooper, Trishana Emmings, Shermaine Williams, Amai Brown, Melaine Walker.
I'm sorry, what?
Melaine.
Yeah, Melaine.
And you're going to get a shock when I mention the 400 hurdles, but Janelle Spencer, Sophia Thompson, Gabrielle Matthews. I'll just go ahead and say it. Kali Spencer is in the 400 meter hurdles. I'll just go ahead and say it.
Listen, man.
So try a puppy show thing now.
Yeah.
Put them back here, my boss.
I am going to trials next year. Since that is what you do. Appropriately for now. Continue.
Let's go then, man.
No Janik Brown out there. No Janik Brown in the.
No.
Put back the list then, Oliver.
Yeah, man. Because I'm gonna start with you this time, Franz. So here's the listing. Give me a top 3.
All right, I come again there. Anderson for the win.
Tumbleweed.
And third shaky.
I think Tapa can sneak in.
Nah, sir.
Megan Uno.
You can't disrespect the Olympic bronze medalist, you know, boss.
She got lucky. Stop it. She got lucky. Stop it. Come on. Are we really doing this, gentlemen?
We go with Roswell.
All right, so I go with Roswell. All right. Kim.
Who Demisha Roswell?
Yeah.
France.
She's the fastest Jamaican on the year. 12:44.
Yeah, that's fine. And that's nice. Yeah. When you tell me say an American was the fastest and him got trials, we get whoop up. Why you tell me same name Levan? Michael Williams or whatever.
Yeah.
Listen.
A big fool, that man. Big fool.
Hey, so that representation for Daniel Williams, TRS, it should be TNS. Or no, I'm not talking about TNS, it should be THS, Tiny Heart Syndrome. Anytime it comes to the big leagues, we're
talking about trials, sir.
Yeah. So what happened at trials last year? What should
No, the different Kems, I'll stop you. Daniel Williams has not ever hiccups at the World Championship trials. The Olympics are demon.
Yep.
The Olympic trials.
So the Olympic trials is our demon?
Yes. Man. 2 times in a row.
All right. So with that,
much like how Elaine can only win the Olympics and not the World Championship. But continue. We're not going back there.
All right. So listen to me. I think Brittany Anderson, apart from when she buck up in Camacho Queen, I think she is in the form of her life right now. So I think she'll win. Obviously, hurdles, barriers, event, anything can happen. But let us, just do it like everything goes well. So I think Brittany will win. I'll give Tiny Heart Syndrome second. And I cannot write off someone that got a bronze medal from Muscle Lane 8 or Lane 9 or one of them lane there. I can't write off somebody like that who get a bronze medal at the great Olympic Games, right? So I have to give Megan Tapper third place to be a representative for Jamaica, at the World Champs. So I have to give Megan Tapper in there for third.
All right, before I get over to Adrian, as Demo is pointing on 42 people now watching, and the likes is not matching up. Come on, people, do the right thing, man. Remember to also hit the subscription button as you go along as well once you like the content. So just keep on doing the right thing. Adrian, your top 3.
All right, serious business out. So I'm gonna take off this. So we have the Omar McLeod of the female hurdles, Daniel Williams.
All right.
I think Brittany Anderson is gonna take it.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I do believe Daniel is going to come second, barring excuses or false starts. And by the way, France, you weren't here when I mentioned it, but I know Vinton Paul personally, and he did tell me that she did false start.
She did.
There was no equipment failure or nothing like that, so she can go on with that excuse. Third, do we write off the fastest woman on the year so far?
No.
And do we write off the second fastest woman on the year so far? I don't know. But their times came in Lubbock, Texas on the 15th of May.
Why do you say she's the second fastest?
Akira Nugent, the second fastest, 12:45.
Should they on the list?
And Demisha is 12:44. Akira is not on the list?
She's injured.
Akira
I'm
is
sorry.
injured,
Yes, Akira is injured. Yeah, I forgot. My apologies. Akira is injured. So we're looking at the number 1. Do we write her off? Demisha Roswell. I'll give her the third, just based off the fact that she's fast. But this was 1 month ago fast. It's tough. That third
did anything in the final either.
Huh?
That third is tough.
In the final, so.
Crystal Morris. I give it a toss-up between Demisha and Crystal Morris for third, but I do believe Brittany is going to take it. Omar McLeod's sister is going to come second. And a toss-up for third.
All right. Odion.
Straight off the bat, Brittany Anderson, Danielle Williams, and Demisha as well.
Wow.
I can't wait until the trials is over and we'll come back again, and I want to see everybody face the music, especially those
you. Yeah.
especially those Brianna Williams haters.
I am not going to go down the route this year with the collegiate argument about sustained form, because if we all know, this is the shortest window between a championship for the trials and the world championship.
All right.
So they might be able to sustain some sort of peak this time around.
Okay.
The earliest world championship in the history.
So I take it that I missed the men's 100 and I discussed that earlier, no?
Yeah, but you can go ahead and give us a
No. What was yours, Kim's audio?
It was
top 3.
Yeah, the order in which they are seated on the roster.
See?
So Seville, Blake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Ackeem second, you on third.
All right. I think we're going to now switch focus and look across to the 400 meter for women, because I think that's an interesting one as well. So,
Khalees Spencer Carter.
Kevin, more area. No, the flat 400.
Yeah.
The flat 400.
Yeah, Khalees just put her name there. If it's decided
See
she
right
wanted the hurdles or the flat 4, or she try to make the 4x4 team. Either way, it now happen.
she and Christine there.
It's a lucky thing. I'm just a look for her best friend, Christine there. I'm gonna see it.
Right above her.
Right up our man.
Yeah.
Right is man. Right here at the first.
Let's see, man. 21 participation award. All right. Listen. Boy, this tough. You know, I was watching, somebody snap today, and I see young Anit, and she was in high spirits, very confident, of what she can do and how she can make the team, but after that NCAA quote unquote throat job that I see, and I believe it is indeed a throat job, what that I see, boy. All right. I have to give, as much as she will choke when it come on to the big championships, I have to give Stephanie McPherson. I think she'll win. I think she'll win. Boy, this is tough for me. I like Jonelle. I like Brumfield. Candice all right, so give me McPherson, give me McLeod, and give me Young. That's my 3.
Okay.
All right. Odion.
All right. So, for the 400 meters for women, I'll go with Candice McLeod, Stephanie and McPherson, and Shericka Young as well. But I'm going to say this though, that Stacey and Williams will be right there. So it's going to be tight.
All right. So correct me if I'm wrong. The 3 fastest times this year has been by Cherokee, Stacey, and Kavia. Wrong or right?
Candice McLeod, 50.38.
Yeah. Rash Kedlock in comment section saying that Cherokee will win. All right. Adrian.
Ooh. Man. Let me tell you something, gentlemen. College is no joke. Understand? And when you see if you see an athlete leave a college season and come to Jamaica and make a national team, you have to give them high praises. And it's not only about just the physicality, but the mental toughness and mental fortitude that you have to carry on after NCs, right? I only did one event, long jump. And after NCs, I was so mentally drained, like nobody couldn't even talk to me. Just lay down in a bed, go up on the bus, go up on the plane, go back on me.
So hold on, with the introduction though.
Right.
I was right with the introduction, man, that you're not good enough.
Well, I'm top 8 all times at the University of Oklahoma. I'm in the Hall of Fame for my junior college. I have a 20-year-old record. I have St. George's College record. I guess I'm not good enough then, if you consider that not good enough.
Yeah, man, if
one champ,
that means they're not good.
Multiple medals. I guess that's not good enough. Hey, Levon, I want to give you a story before we move on. I give you a say. You know that this man right here, France, is the reason why I get to love long jump, though. I have to tell everyone because I want to big them up. You understand? So when you see the people before you have to big them up and make them know. This man and Swaby, what was his first name again? He used to do triple jump. Mervyn Swaby.
Yeah.
When the man they jump on high school bridging, it make it look like a fly them off. And when I see them man they compete, I say, no man, this is what I want to. You understand?
Man,
Because
they beat him up last week.
Huh?
They beat him up last week too, and say he was not good enough either.
So you just have to pick the wrong ones, them. I don't know. It's all right. We all make mistakes.
Odian, you used to do track and field, Odian? I just love
I used to do. No, I used to do the 800 meters, but that was not good enough. So I retired before.
Time.
A whole panel class.
159. Girl time.
You what, class 1?
Girl, PB that until now. So no matter if a class 1 or whatever.
Hello,
girl
take the man off on the street. No 159 can sit down with.
Wait, which school you go, Odian? KC?
Herbert Marcy Technical.
A big school that I want to know.
Oh. So you didn't know Dexter Lee and so?
Yeah, he told me 2 nights ago that he retired.
Tell him say we invited him on the stream. I don't know if you can manage the heat, but tell him say we invited him on the stream. We want to talk to you.
Please don't, gentlemen. Please don't, cause you know I'm not going to hold back. I don't care. Cause no boy can beat me. I'm a big man, so please don't do that.
If Dexter Lee come on here, Adrian, you have to sit out that one. You have to sit out that one. But
it's a shocker though that we have a whole panel casting of pure failures at track and field. But let's carry on. Adrian, you're finishing up on
right. So like, big up the men before me, right? This is the man that made me love jumping. But anyhow, this 400, like I said, the college season is no joke, Regina, and I'm worried for Shericka Young and Stacey and Williams. To the point where I even made a post in a track and field that me and Kem said that, you know, if it was up to me, I just asked them to just do the 4x4 because it's been such a Kish said don't invite him. All right, Kish. If he's a Kish like me now, but it's all right. So this is tough to ask them to run 3 more rounds and then go to a world championships. What? 2 weeks after, 3 weeks after. That's such a long season, man. That's it seems almost inhumane. And I'd hope they probably wouldn't have attempted it. You know what I mean? These ladies have bigger things ahead of them.
Question, Big Man.
Yeah.
So, the likes of Abby Stein, I know.
Mm-hmm.
You think that she's going to drop off her farm this weekend? Same season.
You think did Abby Stein run as much as?
Yes. Yes. Yeah, she even probably more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she
Abby
did.
Steiner was out there every week, Bridget.
Yep, that's true.
So I mean, listen, man, you don't know.
Again, it's the smallest window between the World Championship and the trials.
Right.
They might sustain this one.
I know the Jamaican trials, but Abby Stein have a beaten for getting at that 200 though.
No.
Gabby?
She can't beat Gabby.
Oh, okay.
Gabby Thomas is a fluke, please. Let's stop it.
Is that one?
She's a fluke.
Agreed.
She's a fluke.
But at that track, any car can play fair.
It's funny how we talk, and I don't want any rebuttal to this. It's funny how we talk about fluke after the national trials last year. There's a particular athlete that tells us that she's a fast finisher now, and the same Gabby run past her in that 200 meters to grab the bronze medal. But let us not talk about fluke. Let us move on from that one.
Yeah.
I can't wait till trials done. I swear to you.
All right, so Adrian, I'll know you still beat her in the bush and don't give you the top 3, so
why we go top 3 when we have a 4x4?
Yeah.
Man, this is tough. Because I can't respect any woman running 51. Athletically, I can't respect that 51. So I don't even know how to call it. I really don't, gentlemen.
all right. France.
McPherson. McLeod, Bloomfield, and Young. Top 4.
Okay.
So you think Bloomfield are gonna beat Stacey and Williams?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I was say last week, you know, I can't go around Francis. You know.
So let me ask. Because I think at the Olympic, if I'm not mistaken, at the Olympics they came third in the 4x4, right?
Mm-hmm.
With Shericka. So with this now, quote unquote, improved set, I guess you can think if you're going to add Shericka or not to this lot. Can we know? Because we can't beat US. So let us just put it out there. We're far off the pace from them.
Yeah.
Can we now get a silver medal? I think was it Poland who they beat with?
Yes.
Yeah. Can we beat Poland and come second with this scrap and this and I guess you guys can probably try and explain it.
But you have to pull somebody out of this and put Shericka again.
Yeah. Sure, you can pull the slowest one, but I have a question for you guys. Why is it that I can understand 4x1, but for a 4x4, why is it that we can have no Polish runners in the flat 4 finals, but collectively they always find a way to be in the top 3? Why is that?
Always.
Let me just answer that. Sometimes what happens are, especially even with the mixed relay, Poland at times will sacrifice somebody who could potentially make the 400, but then they don't run them and save them for the 4x4 for a team effort, as opposed to run and finish.
That's exactly what I told you the time when I asked the question.
It's
similar to 4x1. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have the athlete that can actually probably make it to the final of the event, you know, but because they know that they're not going to medal, they just say, you know what, let's reserve that athlete to just throw them into the 4x4 and we show her for medal right there. And as I told you, these people focus on button changes and all those things, even 4x1 and such. They focus only on these things
all year long. You know what I mean?
Because look, if you look at China, for example, when China medaled,
and Japan,
they never really have nobody around fast, otherwise from the Sue dude. And then if you look at their button changes,
them button changes smooth, man.
But not the female though, not the females though, who reverse and go back.
My gosh, man, that was embarrassing.
Yeah, man, and the males were talking about, man. But
so you have to mention Japan. They are also a Swift team as well at men's 4x1, Japanese.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And the same practice. You know what I mean? Them train together, live together. It is basically the camp out for the entire season. Just practicing and refining them craft.
Yep.
Chemistry works.
So can we I know you have certain persons on the stream, especially Adrian, running from the women's 200 meter. We have to talk about that because
why?
You know why you're running from it? Because there's some people who know not going to make the team. But if you can put up that listing for us, Levan, the women's 200 meter. And I think Shericka, you can tell me about Shericka and this one. I'm more attack you. May allow you with this one. But I want to see the listing to see who can really.
I know one thing for sure, you know, that beating shake her up and shake up you too. Because you know, when I know there's no speed endurance in her leg and it's going to affect her 100 meter runs after she run that 56 in Jamaica, there's no way a woman who run 10.5 should have dropped 56. Anything slower than a 52 in a 400. And she go run 56. I'm going to say it. I don't think the coaches that handling her know what they're doing right now. I'm going to say it.
Yeah, and that is also
a 56.
It's good that you don't think so.
I saw that 200 meter beating coming from a long time out, you know.
The what?
The 200 meter defeat to Shericka the other day at the Diamond League. I saw it coming.
The defeat to Elaine.
No man, Shericka won the race and Elaine
second.
I know.
Dina third.
So then Elaine coaches, you think they know what they're doing?
If it is that we all witnessed what happened last year and could have trust Stephen Francis, for me, it's only fair that we wait on this coach to either fail or deliver as well. That's my
No, sir,
thinking.
no.
Not a good parallel, brother. Remember that
I
Frank
can't
has
agree with
been there, done that.
No.
You can't use that.
Yeah,
No,
I can't agree with that at all, Odian.
No.
No, all I'm saying, if it is that we wait, and I'm not talking about from Stephen Francis' perspective, even with SFP as well. She left MVP and she run her fastest 200-meter times or 4 fastest 100-meter times thereafter. I am saying that we have to give this new coach some time as well to prove himself. That's all I'm saying. I'm not talking about Stephen Francis.
But Odian, you have to look at it. So what you just said a while ago, immediate returns came when she made that move and went to the other coach. That's Shelly I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
With and I said this last week again. The thing with Elaine and how she was managed at MVP was all surrounding the injury that she has, or the foot. Call it
The Achilles, yep.
Yeah.
It's
Right?
always something. But continue.
That is what it is all focused about. Is how you manage the athlete, how you manage the injury, and how you get her prepared to run. And it comes again down to muscle memory, angles. All of these things were implied in terms of how they managed her last time, and that is Stephen Francis is 40. As I said, on the male side, it is Glenn Mills. Understand, it is working with the mechanics of the athlete already. And right now, even though Elaine is running the times that she's running this year, mechanically, she's not running this year. And the only hope you can have is if they figure out what was being done and tweak it to get back to where it was, because it's all it came back down to. She already has a raw speed in her. It is there. But we are talking about, does the coach know how to tweak? Does the coach know the angles that works best for her? And up till now, even though she's running times that she's running faster this year than she ran last season, you know. But in terms of how she finished, to how dominant she ran in the Olympics, post-Olympics, it don't look like the same person.
But it's not post-World Championship yet. That's the point. It's not post-World Championship yet. So that's the point. People keep on forgetting that Elaine last year started looking like Elaine after the Olympics, during the Olympics. Right. Elaine was even overstriding at the national trials last year.
No, but Odian, you have to look at it, you know. Remember, you know, Stephen Francis came out even before the trials, and people thought that it was mind games. But he came out and he said that Elaine is in the form of her life, you know, and she's going to run times that, you know, we have never seen her run before. And it never happened at national trials, but it happened thereafter. I'm just saying, you know, and even the point where you make about Shelly, like the coach that is coaching Shelly now has pedigree. When I look at Elaine's husband, and only can tell me, probably me not have no sense or me not know, I don't see pedigree. I don't see championship pedigree in this man. I just don't see it. In Stephen Francis, I see it. Shelly coach, I see it. This husband, I don't see it. I know.
So wait, it is true that is the husband coaching her?
He's a part of the group. I don't know if he's the one who is locked in focus on her.
Isn't it Bert Cameron's camp?
Yeah,
she's in a Bert Cameron, yeah.
So hold on. Didn't Bert Cameron have at a club?
Who?
Cameron Blazers.
Yeah.
Yes.
What has happened to that?
Not sure. I can't say.
The reason why I ask, right, is because you know that Elaine is now a part of New Era Track Club. See, so if so be the case, are you telling me that Bertrand Cameron is also coaching his athlete of Cameron Blaze and also coaching her at New Era?
I think they all coach. I think they all train at the same place, you know. I think it's all the same place. I think it's all the same place they train. So again, just like the same thing with Paul Francis, Stephen Francis, I just like some little semantics thing, right? But I really, you know, under the same umbrella, right? But I'm just look on it and I say, you know, give me something for hold on, pan. Just give me something for say, okay, well, this
All
guy.
right, let me give you something to hold on. Hold on.
All right.
Elaine Thompson, I will be the Stephen Francis of this year. Elaine Thompson is in the form of her life. Hold on to that.
All right, but
Elaine Thompson, Herah, is in the form of her life. Take that from
Running
Odi
56
and
400.
just no man. Beat me like Stephen Francis after. Elaine Thompson, Herah, is in the form of her life.
But Odian, with all due respect, boss, where is your pedigree? And that's what
I'm saying
that's my audience. So that's my issue. It's not who say it or what, but I'm looking at, okay, if Usain Bolt come out and say, hey, this guy, Oblique Seville, you know, he's going to break my world record. People are going to listen. If Kemar Bailey Cole come out and say, hey, Oblique Seville is going to break both world record, who are we more listen to? We're going to listen to the man who has the pedigree, the man who has been there and done that, the man who has proved himself many, many times. Now I'm looking at Elaine Husband. If you tell me, say, Elaine Husband is a savvy businessman and I can do business with him, absolutely. Sign me up right away. But you tell me as a track and field coach who is going to, remember, Elaine was on the trajectory to either break that world record, equal it, or get really, really, really close to it, or closer than she was. So no, getting her husband, I just don't see it. I love Elaine. I am terrified. I am worried. I am scared. So
What is his coaching education?
He used to coach. Them say San Diego.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, he used to coach at San Diego. But I don't know no prominent athlete will come out like his umbrella when we can say, okay, here is an athlete that he coached. Here is an athlete he did well with. I don't know anybody.
All right, so Odian, question.
Mhm.
What on what premise you make that declaration?
Elaine is in the form of her life. I know Elaine all too well. Elaine all too well.
The man
Elaine
asked
doesn't
you
want to be
a very
Elaine-
good
Elaine
question.
Elaine doesn't want to be. Elaine does, first and foremost, Elaine does not want to even be the favorite for the world title. She don't want the pressure. She don't want people to expect her to win. Elaine is in the form of her life. That's all I'll say.
What premise, sir? It's simple.
What?
The man asked you a simple question.
All right, it's coming from the athlete herself.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right.
All right, so
That's all we wanted to hear in the boss.
That's it. I mean, once
So let me
you
ask
say
the
that,
audience.
fair enough.
We're going to come back here after trials and say she lied to you.
No, all right. Put it this way. Odian.
Oh, you mean she's going to come back after Charles and said that she lied to me because she run 10:49 as opposed to running 10:48?
Odian. Put it. Let me explain what me attack you.
You know what? I right to say conversation reach again.
All right, sure. Okay, sir.
Right to say reach again. Go on, continue.
So,
Okay, sir.
listen, even based off of what you are saying, right? Even though I gave you my top 8 earlier. At the World Championships, I don't have Shelly winning. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not the one going for the whole what's it called? World record being broke now, whatever it is. If it does, it does. If it doesn't, I don't care. So let me get that plain and straight.
I think both of us are in the same boat, you know.
Hmm?
I actually agree with your friends because even though I have Shelly winning at trials, I don't have Shelly winning at World Championship.
No, I don't.
So who's going to win?
Either.
Shakiri.
I think
If not Shelly,
the top three from Olympics is going to come back in the same order.
Yep.
It's just going to be a fast round.
That's what I'm going with as well. But I'm not going to be like the fellow is up. I'm not going to be like the fellow that is next to me on the screen because if Elaine lose, that man will come here and cry every blasted night.
No,
So I won't be like him.
Hey, time for the nose.
But
no lie. If Elaine, this is the audience. I will.
Yes, sir.
I will take your word, but we're not take it to the bank. Because listen, as again, Elaine.
I wouldn't advise you to take it to the bank. It won't pay the dividends. Go and invest it in the stock exchange.
All right. All right, but I hope you're real because listen, if Elaine doesn't win at this
Come on, yes, the conversation reach, man. Continue. Papi show business, I am. Continue, me listen, because this is who want to take it. This is where you want it. Continue.
Squeeze it down.
You expect the order to return from the Olympics, France?
Yeah. And
really, after all that you have seen so far, and we are talking about 2 weeks before the World Championship?
Yeah, because last year he started 1063 as well.
That not frighten nobody.
Let me tell you something.
Exactly. That's why exactly. There you go.
Let me tell you. Let me explain what I'm asking now, Adrian. Right?
Go ahead.
I look at all of the times that Shelly's 1060s, right? If you go back and watch the film and do us, again, the level of relaxation that she shows in those races is uncanny. Understand?
Okay.
To the point where she was able to make the statement last year that she's now a finisher. Right? Now, you can say that when you have the field beat, there's no pressure on, and you're just going through what you do in practice. In a race that is competitive, holding your own has never been her thing in terms of she holds.
So you call him an athlete a choker?
I'm not saying that she's a choker. Her race plan from years gone by is to hold on, catch me if you can.
Yes. Okay.
That is a race plan. Mm-hmm. So last year when she came out and ran what she ran, I'm not saying I give all credit to the coaching staff in terms of the development of how she runs, but she's yet to show that type of relaxation. Because again, look at the run. When she ran with Elaine at the Olympics again, right? If you look at all of the runs that have gone on since then, where both of them have got faced the starters good. If you watch the races in real time and then go back and watch it in slow motion, the look of defeat in the midst of when Elaine is pulling away based off her sheer top-end speed. It shows that she doesn't show the same type of relaxation to execute her race and give it that 10-6. Again, the 10-6 has never been in the midst of a fast race. All are the same kind of thing, which is why I cannot put Surface, what's your name? Brianna in my top 4 again, because again, if you look at the world indoors, easy, comfortable, nice, smooth, and relaxed runs. And she dropped her time easily. Into the finals, where everybody was like, all right, I wonder if she can put it together and put forward something. Now, you go back to the old running, where it is all about muscling up and running. Where is that relaxation? Where is that, fluid?
But France, wouldn't you say you've made some really excellent points, France?
Yeah.
But wouldn't you say at the Olympic trials last year, wouldn't you say that was a competitive race for Brianna Williams?
It is.
All right. Would you say that?
James, I was just going to thank to that, because I was going to say Adrian beat it for the same reason, because Adrian is a Shelly fan, and he says that when nobody's in the race, that when Brianna runs her fastest times. So basically what Franz just mentioned, is the exact same thing, where there's practically nobody in the race. That's when she does her fastest.
So you're telling me none of the 4 World Championship, there wasn't anyone in the race?
No, but we're talking about the time.
No, all right. Let me explain. All right, so Adrian, so look now.
Go ahead.
when you look, when you just asked a question about all of the world championships before, the biggest thing about it is that if I'm going in the race and I know that I can run X time, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know that Shelly can run X time. And Shelly knows that I can run X time. But Shelly's weapon is to get away from me at the start.
Right.
So if Shelly is used to getting 3 meters ahead of me by the first 3 steps, and at whatever trial, whether it be trials or whether it be at the Olympics, World Championships, whatever it is, my goal is to be 1.5 steps behind.
Absolutely.
That is it, That's all you have to do,
Question.
And that's exactly why I said last year I was not so pleased with persons saying that Fraser Pryce did not get a good start last year. I said it was relative because Elaine got a much better start than she normally would.
Correct.
That's exactly what happened.
Bring up a good point a while ago. I'm not lie to you. It kind of upset me. It's a very good point.
What?
About her getting out, and if she's not out there, it kind of causes problems. That's an excellent point, but I don't like it.
And I mean, to be fair, and we were discussing the 200s now. To be fair, the Odian, I cannot go with Elaine winning the 200.
And I agree with you.
I'll go with Shericka winning it. I think
same here.
At World Champs?
Yeah.
Nope, the trials.
Both. I don't think Elaine needs to expend anything in other than just securing a spot at trials. Let the media take it where they want to take it. But at the same time, I mean, outside of your inside information, again, I cannot bet against Francis with this girl or with anybody named Kia.
Thank you very much.
All right. I'm saying that. I've been listening Elaine interviews, right? Since the velocity meet and all those meets coming along, and to me personally, it seems like Elaine is more focused on winning one title. It's like because it has elapsed her so long, she's just so focused on getting one of those titles. So I don't think the mindset is there to actually win the double. That's my thinking. I think she really wants to get the 100 meter title to have that under her belt. So yeah.
So Levon, I disagree. I don't think that based on I've watched said interviews, but I think I have a different interpretation. I don't think she's only focused on one, but I think she wants to have a world title beside her name, right? And I think if she does win the 100, I think she'll win the 200 as well, right? Because if you notice, she have a little thing where she say,
momentum.
The other thing they call, she always tag it in her little post them because I know say in tune with Elaine a little bit more than I am. Like when she make a thing strive for greatness.
When she said, yeah, but I always know that she also says same routine. So she's taking it one step by step. So I agree. Once she wins the 100, she's gonna say the same routine for the 200.
Like listen, and France, I understand what you're saying about Fran, but listen, again, I've seen Elaine do what I'm banking on. I've seen Elaine do things that I haven't seen Shelly do. I haven't seen Shericka do. They can only
You've
dream.
seen it twice in 4 years. Stop it, sir.
It doesn't matter.
Twice in 4 years.
I've seen it. I've never seen Shelly run 10-5.
Why should never do it when Shelly beat our world championship?
She was hurt.
Excuses now. Oh, here we go.
No, come on, Adrian. Both you and I know about Achilles injury, and her Achilles injury was terrible, right?
You know what's funny? Early out, them set the precedent and I talk about shoulder injury. So I know what was coming from here. All of that, I say, yeah, man. They might line up themselves for one of the injury argument. But people
could also say the same in 2016 that Fraser Pryce did not have the toe injury as well. And because she sensed defeat as well, we could also say that if we wanted.
But Shelly never came forward and made those excuses, or Cam never came forward and make those excuses. All an excuse is Cam.
Adrian, stop.
No.
Adrian, stop. That was at the forefront of every single conversation where Shelly and Fraser Pryce was mentioned. Or the toe. You know what people do? People laud Shelly. Oh, imagine she have a toe injury and she still come third. Imagine if she never have the toe. She
deserves to be lauded.
And I'm not disputing that. But we are just saying it is equally injured for both athletes. That's all we're saying.
No. Every year, Elaine injured until there's an Olympic Games.
All right. Why is it, Adrian, can you answer me this question? Why is it that, and I'm sorry that it's going back to Shelly versus Elaine, but why is it that when both athletes are healthy, fully healthy, why is it that Shelly and Fraser Pryce can never beat Elaine Thompson? Why is it?
She did at the World Championship. What are you talking about?
Which year?
She's done it many times at trials.
Which year?
What you mean?
Which year?
2013 or 2011?
I don't want to hear about trials. Trials count for nothing. As long as
She came fifth. Elaine came fifth or fourth in that World Championship. What are you talking about? She finished the race and
She had the Achilles injury.
And finished fourth?
Yeah, that's to show you
just
how
great she was.
Nobody in the history of track and field can have the Achilles injury and finish the fourth. Nowhere.
Only a toe injury can give you a bronze. Only a toe injury can give you a bronze.
You see all you?
All right, Kim.
I can't wait
I will say this though about Elaine's 200. We don't have Elaine winning the trials in the 200. Why I'm not so concerned about Elaine in the 200 meters at the World Championship? When she when her 100 meter get in the groove, let me tell you one thing I noticed with Elaine with 200s. Even at the trials in 2015, she ran 22:37 to qualify in first place. And she went on and dropped her time significantly to 21.6. She did the same thing when last year with 22 seconds, failing to go under 22. And she ran 22.0 and she came and ran 21.5. In 20... Oh, well, she did not do it. But I realized Elaine has a history of, even though her 200 are not super, she tend to have this big thing that she can shave off within the twinkling of an eye.
All right. Here's my objection to that. Again, it was the same premise that you are speaking of, right? And the same coach that was coaching this child, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't care how you want to cut it, slice it, and sell it. Stephen Francis is still behind Shericka Jackson's progression.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm saying, again, I'm using points that have been made in this discussion thus far. Stridex made a point about Elaine running a 56 this year and looking like she'd have dropped them before she reached the finish line.
True.
It looked like that in past years. You have to take that into consideration. Number two, I think we tend to not pay attention to the vast improvement that Shericka Jackson has had in a year.
Mm-hmm.
This is a predominant 400-meter runner that is just basically in our culture, we say a try a thing in our sprints.
Right.
Right? And in 1 year, after it not being your pet event, you finish with a 10.7, 3, something like that.
6, 10.76.
10.76.
Mm-hmm.
You can't brush that one side. Again, this is a person that has no start. No.
And this year too. Let's add that. This year she was a start.
Yeah, but you have to pay attention again. She's working on these things under load. No, you're talking about somebody that has top end speed endurance. I know you're working at the first half of our race. So I cannot ignore the possibilities or the upside of this athlete, which is why I put her where she's at.
So friends, are you saying no? If I'm understanding well, are you saying no that it is indeed possible for Shelly and Fraser Pryce to get the bronze at this World Championships in that 100 meters?
In the what?
Yeah,
in the 100 meter. Is it possible to?
No,
silver.
Second.
Because I'm saying You made some great points, and I'm looking and I'm saying, if Shericka can get a good start,
No.
with
The
that
good
top end
start,
speed,
good start is not a good start in the 100 for her. It doesn't do much because you still have to look at the first part. The first part of the drive and acceleration for her for the 100 is not that great. So even if she gets a great reaction time to the gun, that section of the race for her and her meat and potatoes of how she runs it is at the end.
okay.
So she can give you a faster time. But I'm saying if you equate that, getting a faster time in the 100, and you plug that into what she has already had in the 200, she's very, very dangerous.
All right, Odian, you made a point about Elaine earlier. You said that she's in the form of her life, but I share the same sentiment as Kim's that I don't trust this coach. I'm tell you why. Agent pointed out earlier that 400 she looked like she got dead, literally. And then I tell her which part confirm it to me so they don't know them are really. The moment they pull her from Birmingham citing injury, then that same evening, within the space of an hour and a half, she ran 3 races.
Mm-hmm.
Right through her tenure. Has she ever done that under Frano? Have you ever seen Frano done that with her?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
All right. No, I've never seen that, but that does not say that they don't know what they're doing really. But I've never seen that at MVP. I get the reason why they would have wanted to done that though. I think Elaine is trying to loosen up now at this point in time. She wants to get race sharp, race ready, and that's part of the reason. From there on, he's trying to get loose, and I think you guys will all see it.
Alduin Suppleton. Big up
The
yourself.
great.
The legend Alduin Suppleton is watching.
Well, man, all right, let me tell you. You see the question you just asked is a double-edged sword. All right? Reason is that the 100 and that the 100 that you ran were quite comfortable in my opinion. The 200 was even more comfortable. So if it is a case where the coaches are saying, okay, this is let us execute 3 races in this time span, in terms of, again, it is you're working
Like a training session.
Right, a training session. Because the 200 was 100 and a stride out 100. Right?
All right, but all right, listen again, because remember it was a 2-part question I asked. Why is it that they pulled her from the Birmingham meet that was earlier in the day? Said because of injury, she had a niggle in.
Well, we use the word injury. We use the word injury. Hey, a lot of people right now is saying that Shelly's alive because this minute she go running 100, next minute she not run. So be careful what you say. So we use the word injury. Elaine said she experienced some discomfort in training. My head cannot hurt me today, now hurt me in the next 2 hours. With some discomfort that she sensed. Birmingham is cold and Elaine is injury prone and she's not going to risk that in the cold weather. So, you understand? So that was part of the reason why they did that.
True.
I agree.
Just make sure that you're here if she don't actually producing now then, because
no, well, I mean,
I will be here.
The only issue that I had with it, is the point at which she pulled out of the Birmingham meet. I would have thought that the meet organizers would have grown, especially the fact that she was able to compete in Jamaica the same evening. I thought that grounds to, bring up some legal issues or matters.
Yeah, Frank, you bring up a great point. Continue. When you finish, I'm going to say something.
Well, that was my only plight. I found it strange that she competed, but I watched the competition. You understand? So it's a double-edged sword. You understand? You have to look at it from the athlete's health and longevity.
You see, one of the things that I don't appreciate about athletes is, and I call it ducking. You understand? People are hide from people, always have excuse why them can't find a meet to go to and whatnot. Right. But let's look at you making your money, right? you have a point. If I was the meet organizer and I see her run the same even in Jamaica, I don't care if Birmingham was cold. You show up and you compete. You understand? If you're physically able to compete in Jamaica, cold is not going to kill you. You understand? I go to Nebraska already. And I don't know if you guys have ever been to Nebraska, but Nebraska probably feel like Alaska. I've never been to Alaska, but I'd imagine it's close to that. Right? The ducking needs to stop. You can't tell me that you're going to miss a meet in Birmingham and run 3 times in Jamaica, Bridget.
Who should be ducking though?
I mean, not saying that instance was ducking, but whenever an athlete decided I kind of look at it like a side eye, like with Omar. Yeah. I think he was ducking my boy in the race.
Alan.
I think he was ducking Alan because him see what Alan did the week before.
So Adrian, are you implying that Elaine was probably ducking from Dina?
No. I'm not saying hold on. But whenever it happens, I kind of have to think about that.
The reason why I'm asking, remember that I think it's 3 or 4 times in a row that Dina has won the Birmingham meet because that's her meet.
That's her meet. Like
it's our home.
Yeah. Yes. So you're asking if you think Elaine was ducking Dina?
Yeah, she don't want that leponarism in her.
You know, you bring up a great point. Never write that down, you know. I think she was ducking Dina. And, Kems never want to say it, but I think you bring up an excellent point, brother. We need to think about. Never jot that one about. But here's what I'm saying. You're missing meet and competing elsewhere. You're paid to be at a particular meet, right? And I know that in England, they tax them a lot on trap meet. So that could have played a part in it. But me as a fan, right? I enjoy being a fan now and not an athlete. Because I could only imagine what people were saying about me when I was struggling. But as a fan, when I pay my money to come to, I see a headline, Usain Bolt is coming to this trap meet. And I say, oh, okay, all right, cool. I buy my ticket and go in. Usain Bolt is a no-show. That's killing the sport. Because now I'm thinking, this kind of sus. If LeBron James is not coming to Oklahoma City where I'm at, I will know days in advance. Or at least ahead of time. So I'll know whether or not I'm going to buy a ticket or not. But if LeBron James is coming to play Oklahoma City for whichever team he's playing for, I'm going to watch it. I'm paying my money and I know he's going to show up. Athletes need to stop this.
Adrian, do you expect Fraser Pryce to go all 3 rounds in the 100 meters?
At trials?
Yes.
I think she might skip the finals.
And if she skip the final, should she be allowed to compete in the 200 meters if it's not for reason of injury?
Well, the rules don't allow for that. I don't believe the rules allow for that. So she's the world champion in the 100 meters. So
why not?
Yeah.
I don't know.
She competes in the 100 and she don't have to.
She don't have to. Yeah. Exactly.
And I'll bring this up quickly because before the show started, I actually created a poll. So results are in. There you go.
So we may see a final with 7 ladies instead of 8. So somebody will be denied a spot in the final potentially.
Yeah.
Okay. Big lane for
61%. 61% of the people are saying that Shelly will win. 31% saying Elaine, and then the next 8% is saying that Shericka will take it.
Yeah. Pretty interesting numbers.
It is, and
wait. We need you to repost it when Kems come back on screen. I need him to see it.
I will.
We can't leave him out of the excitement.
The difference, though, is not what people think.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think if you had asked that same question for the Olympic last year, it would have been 97% to 3.
For who? For Shelly?
Yes, man.
Yeah.
Across the world, not just Jamaica.
All right, here we go.
All right, give me a sec. Let me just remove this quickly.
Yeah, we don't want you to miss this, Ken. Come on. A poll was taken and here it is. And don't get upset in a Bridget.
What is it?
Pay attention now. Look on the screen.
Who will win the women's 100-meter trials? All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
At least you have Elaine coming second, unlike some disrespectful people having Shericka Jackson over Elaine.
But let me put about this event now on the 800-meter for men. Stockfield, really like it.
And Devon, I'm glad you never bring up the men's 400 because I put on the clown suit again for the World Cup.
I deliberately left that one alone.
Thank you very much. You're a good man. You're gonna reach a Zion, you know, unlike some people on the call.
All right, so they have created the eats already, and I think top 3 and then the 2 best times. So neat one, they have Akane Slater, Therese Roden, Navaski Anderson, Javon Blake, Chevonny Hall, Kevra Vincent, Dushan Blackman. Which 3 or which 4 you have going through this one, Odian?
All right, heat number 1, Anderson, Blake, Hall. And heat number 2, Hamilton, Farquharson, Roden.
What's Hamilton
season? Roden in the heat one here.
146.16.
Roden in the heat one here, Odian. Roden in the heat one.
Roban, I'm talking. Roban, I'm talking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. Roban.
Kems.
Some of them man I don't even know, brother. Some of them man I don't even know, but I know Anderson, right? I know Anderson. I know obviously I know JC Blake. Vincent. Vincent, I don't know big 800-meter man. Okay, go. So I'm going Anderson, Blake. I don't know nobody else. That one. That's the truth, boss.
Brother, disrespectful, man.
I don't know nobody else in the 800. I need to sharpen up.
You need to.
Time. Yeah, man, the 800.
But the question
to be a good finals.
The question to you though, Odian. Under Roban, seeing is the case that this country doesn't have a national championship, so it's actually competing at this one to see if we can make the qualification standards?
Well, sometimes more than likely they are seeking time. He might also be the athlete or the lone athlete to represent the country, but seeking some time and some competition as well.
Competition, right.
We would have seen as well, Kellyanne Baptiste did this several times at our trial in the 100 meters as well for Trinidad.
Right. Yeah. France.
May I work with what Odian saying? but may have Roden and make the finals as well.
Yes, as time qualifiers, right. So it's a top 3 and then the next 2 fastest time across the 2 heats.
Yeah.
All right, Adrian.
Adrian, they're on the boat with me, boss.
From each heat?
Just give me if I can't give it the top 8, just give me a top 3, man.
My top 3 in the finals?
Yeah.
I think the college season going to do our national record holder in.
No, sir.
I think Kimar Farquharson is going to win it.
Wow.
I watched how we finished at NC, and boy, I don't know if that man have any more legs in him.
Oh.
And he's a tough athlete.
And the same
I don't think he might have any more legs in him.
Okay.
I think Farquharson. Go ahead.
No man, may I say attack Anderson look like say him get everything in another race. Him not have nothing more. I don't think he can
replicate it.
Right, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Okay.
That's why I think Farquharson probably be the national champion.
Rodney is somebody was supposed to know Kishman.
Yes, man, you're supposed to know him.
She say you live on Casey. I don't know what that's supposed to mean, but she being very rude right now. Cause no judges man live on Casey.
No, she has always a beat Casey, man.
No, but them deserve it. Right, France?
So I think so. I have no order, but I have Anderson, Farquharson, and I guess maybe the Blake. I like the Blake guy.
So why no one respect Roger?
Who's that?
Roger
Roger
Hamilton,
Hamilton.
146.16.
I mentioned Hamilton.
12, you know. That couple of years ago, you know.
I mentioned Hamilton in my top 6.
Top 6, but I mean, he's the second fastest Jamaican on the year. So, done again, like I said, June 12th.
Top 3.
So you have him in your top 3, Odion, Hamilton?
I have Anderson,
Farquharson,
Blake, and Farquharson. Hamilton was 4th for me.
Okay.
Hamilton was 4th. Okay.
I see Odion like the local man, him like local man, him local bred athletes.
Yeah, but are you across the NC season? So what you want him to do?
So what's the how we're looking for the 800 in terms of on a world stage now?
Cross it off our mind. That is my opinion.
Okay.
Take it off our mind.
Can we make a final at least? Can we see Jamaican colors in a final?
If 16 man pick, yeah.
All right.
I mean, no. If we're being honest, you know, no out of the world time has been running that 800 meter this year, you know. That's been just above. I think the fastest time this year has been 143.
Levon.
But they will. But it will be. But it. The fast times will come when it matters most, though.
Let us see.
Please listen to me. So when them Kenyan they come down from Eldoret,
that's what I'm saying.
Right. You're going to see something crazy.
So are you going for the kid to win it? How old is it again? 17 or 18? The same one that won World Juniors I think last year or the year before.
I don't know, but I tell you, when Kenyans and the Ethiopians come down out of the hill and them come anywhere where there's a championship, it's his wasn't
somebody the world champion? Wasn't Brazier, Donovan Brazier, isn't he the world champion?
Coming back.
Is him done for?
Yes, man.
Like right now, 143.53 is leading the year. A British man, right?
143.53.
Yeah.
And we are celebrating 145.
The guy that beat Anderson. Isn't he Turkish?
Or Moroccan?
Yeah, and I think he ran 143.
143.69, I believe. If he's an athlete, I'm thinking of.
Kim, so we celebrate 145.
No. I mean, when we look on the world stage, we're celebrating, and I guess, national record, so that's great. But
right,
if the standard are 143 and we are 145, that's pretty bad.
Well, it's good for we.
All right.
It's an improvement, unlike the 400.
No, the 400 is just.
I did not say to go there, and I'm saying it's an improvement.
The best of the worst for the 400 men. Let's see. I saw an interview with Donkey Man the other day, and this man said he's not worried about time, he's worried about placing. So I wonder if you don't understand, so there is a qualifying standard that that athletes must meet in order to come and represent. But one more ask you a question, Adrian. Donkey Man, a man that is for relays, he is great, but for some reason, for the individual, he can just never produce the same greatness. Why?
I don't know, but the other day, me and a former teammate, Floyd Quarry, was having a conversation. He's now the coach, sprints coach at Immaculate. And it was the same with Floyd. Like, you put Floyd on a relay, Floyd will give you the best leg he can find. But if you put him in a 100 meter, he's giving you 10-9, 10-8 all day. So I boil it down to this. There's some athletes who they're more about the team effort.
Elaine barely teach them.
Say that again?
Elaine barely teach them.
Yeah, Elaine really was not.
So there's some of them like a Davian Clark. They're about, and I hate to say this publicly, but I find that Davian Clark, big up your coaching at UTEP and whatnot, you put Sean Bailey out there, but it's kind of like a yes man. Him strike me as a yes man, like, okay, I'm just going to do this for everybody else, but You know what I mean? If I don't get nothing out of it, oh well. He was a great relay runner also. I'm not sure if Donkey Man is like that. I'm not sure. But he's striking me like a team, more like a team athlete than, you know, I want this for myself. You know what I
Donkey
mean?
Man is a relay runner.
Yeah, and that's
And
where
then,
that's where I
so,
get it.
so hold on then. So all I would there pray that Blake don't make the 100-meter team. What about Rashid McDonald? What if I play it can get enough?
He
Right.
got
He can
injured.
make it.
That man can go sit down and sleep.
Isn't he the national record holder?
He is.
Isn't he the luckiest person to always make top 3 somehow?
Well,
Is that luck or is he just making the team off his merit? That can't be luck. Every time him just make him just lucky.
I want to say it's luck. What I'll say is that it just goes to show that the rest of
man is not
good enough.
That's
Simple
right.
as that.
That's right.
Again, this remind me of the 800. Right now the standard is 43 high.
Right.
And right now our men are running 45 high. And I celebrate at the finish line. 45-9, I'm see man stay so jump up happy. Like it's it's kind of ridiculous. I don't know what the issue is. Do we need better coaching? Like what the issue here? The 400 is concerned. Why is it that the rest of the world is moving away from us? Why is it that we can only quote unquote excel in the 100 and the 200, but for the 400, we have been lacking a quality 400-meter runner for as long as I can remember.
So at a point we were there, So I don't think it's the talent. I'm be honest with you. I don't think it's the talent. I remember Nathan Allen run 40-1, I believe it was. Bloomfield
11,
43.
9-4.
Run 44-5. What's my guy?
44.
That man
So I don't think we lack talent. I really believe it's falling on the coaches. I think these coaches, I don't think they care enough for these Jamaican quarter miles. Are they going to the wrong people? Like,
so who is them coach that then from? It would be more the athlete because alright, you take the Michigan as I just mentioned. To me, I've always never liked his running style. Just that it was just one that couldn't be maintained. Alright. Yes, he picked up inches every now and then along the way, but in terms of his consistency, we have never seen that from the Michigan.
But wouldn't that be coaching though? Listen.
No, but all right, just like our beat up Bailey Cole. You have to put some blame on athlete sometime from yourself say it because all right, the man come into a particular time. And since then it's like you realize that it's just keep on going backwards. To me, it will come like the interest that they had in the sport before is not there anymore. You can't blame the coach.
So I disagree, right? Because again, from what I know about Michigan, what I've heard about him is somebody that trains hard and he trains well, right? But I think Stridex mentioned it a couple of podcasts ago. They are just certain athletes. You can just take them to a point, and no matter how hard you train, how hard you work, you just can't eclipse that point. This is just your ceiling, and you just have to really accept that, hey, this is the farthest I can go, and I just work with this. So I think that is one. But again, I'll piggyback off a Stridex point, where we're saying that I don't think that some of these coaches really put in the time, put in the effort with the quarter milers that we have. Because listen, when you talk about the 100-meter and the 200-meter, those sprints are very sexy. Those are the sexy sprints. And them things they will love to see. The 400, really, listen, not even Usain Bolt wanted to do the 400. The training too tough, the training too rigorous. So if as an athlete, the training is rigorous. The same thing for the coaches, preparing those coaching plans and going through the diet and everything that they need to do. I think it's a rigorous task that really and truly is something you have to really love to put out your all in it. So I believe that, because for example, like a Chris Taylor, I think Chris Taylor, you guys think he should switch and come down, but I think he can run a really good 400. But I just think he needs to get the right coach on him, because I think he's a guy that works hard. I think he's a guy that is talented, but you need a certain type of coach in order to push the right buttons.
I disagree.
Kems,
I don't think he's suited for the event.
I'll say this though. I'll say this, Christopher Taylor. I've been one of the persons that have been calling for Christopher Taylor to at least I'll say at least give the 100-meter a try. And let me tell you why. There's no way you ask quarter miler, outright quarter miler, to just get up and run the 100-meter while going to Calabar at that time. You equal the national junior record in the 100 meters, running 10.11, no proper block start, no dry face, there's nothing, just raw talent. You left high school with even a faster PB than Oblique Seville, who's now at 9.8. I am thinking that with Christopher Taylor's talent and ability, if he had given the 100-meter at least a try to see where he could have been, I think we would have seen probably him under 10 seconds a long time ago.
Not just that. You point out when he was at school just the other day, then throw him in 100-meter, and guess what? As I mentioned,
10.17.
just straight vibes. 10.17.
But I think also that injury that he picked up leaving Calabar, I think that set him back. I personally think it set him back 2 years. That's just
Christopher Taylor was literally the fastest guy at Calabar running the 400, or not running the 100, which if you want to say it like that. Yeah, the Tyreek Wilson, the Stevens, the Rosen, none of them was faster than him. But guess what? If you don't ask him to run the 400, Calabar couldn't score with the other guy in the 400. That's the only reason. But I think he's better than them in the 100 meters.
Yeah. I saw Felicia asking about the 400 meter. This man, he ain't going anywhere, man. You look at the worst.
Felicia hours a night now, boss. So kind of 400 meter for me, yeah. 400 hurdles.
But
it's best you guys use most of the time discuss our potential shot. Well, I won't want to say shot. It's just because I really want to say shot because I think the 4x1 full time now the world record. We can't afford for the 2008 miss up with that super dream team of Shericka Jackson, Karen Stewart, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, BCB not to happen again. We have the team now to break the world record again.
Odion.
Or obliterate the world record.
Watch me
the order of the 4x1.
Do me a favor. Try and recall the USA team that break the world record.
Bartaletta, Felix, Knight, and Jetta.
Right.
Leg for leg, we are faster.
Jetta was running 10.6. Right? He was the only one at 6. What were the other girls running?
11.07 for Knight, 10.89 for Felix PB, and 10.85 at that time for Bartaletta. Despite her PB being 10.70.
Jamaica not the world record holder in the women's 4x100 meters?
10.76, 10.54, 10.60. My God, even our 10.97 Brenner at that time is still faster than their fourth string at 11.07.
You know what I find out? Those girls were running so conservatively just to get the gold medal that they missed what should have been a world record.
And I agree.
Gold medal any year.
All right, so question. Since as we're on it, let's say Brianna finished fourth. That's what we're working with.
She won't, but continue.
Give me the order that you'll actually run these athletes.
I'll go first, and I'll give you two potential order. The first order, I'll go back with Brianna on lead off leg. I'll go with the pocket rocket Shelly and Fraser Pryce on the back stretch. I'll go with Shericka Jackson third, Elaine on anchor. The next order, you switch Elaine and Fraser Pryce. Fraser Pryce goes anchor, Elaine on the third leg, like she did in 2015.
Negative, Captain.
I think Elaine has not been able to really decimate the backstretch where we put her there to do a lot of damage, and it's not happening.
What do you understand? You understand that the legs of the 4x1, the longest leg is the second leg, right?
Correct, right.
So with that knowledge, why wouldn't you put Shericka Jackson on the second leg?
Why wouldn't I put Shericka? Well, Shericka can also run the second leg, but if she runs the second leg to Elaine, right?
All right. Second point. Psychologically, we're running a 4x100 meter. I blow you out of the water. Your team is now playing catch up. Say Jamaica gets an inner lane. I don't know, any other top countries get the outer lane. So we get 4, USA get 5. Why wouldn't we want to put Shelly on first? Blow them out the water. Now they're playing catch up. It is more likely for them to have a mishap seeing Jamaica in front of them because now everybody is frantic. And you know they're known for this. So why wouldn't you put Shelly on first?
All right. So let me answer that. Let me answer that, Stradix. And I think, all right. So I don't think obviously, I don't think USA is a competition, for Jamaica in the 4x1. As the currently constructed USA team, that we can think of, I don't think they're a competition. But listen, I've said this, right? And I think Shelly on the first leg and Brianna on the first leg, I think it's a squash. Not saying that they're the same speed, but as a starter, I think it's the same, right? And I've seen Shelly run the first leg where she has been very ineffective, right? Not to say that she's not fast or not quick, right?
Wait.
In 2012, she was made to look ordinary by Bartaletta. In 2012. Bartaletta is just a Serena core. She just make you look ordinary, irrespective of how fast you are. Just as how Serena did to Panelist and for Hayden in the 4x1 for Edna.
So I wouldn't want my second fastest runner to start when I have a
I feel like you waste them on the first leg.
I like how you plug that in, your second fastest runner. Continue though. I'm not going to argue with you.
Yeah, so I like how, because even at the Olympics, I think Brianna had an amazing start. I think she did what she was supposed to do. I think the button change between Brianna and Elaine was bad, and then it just got bad from there on.
Adrian made a point earlier, and I'm going to agree with Adrian with Shericka on the back stretch, and let me tell you why now, especially for Brianna. Last year, many of you guys probably didn't realize with the issue with Elaine too and Brianna. I think Brianna was, despite her PB at 10.97, she was running like around 11. Elaine was just too fast for her, going away, left the baton. Shericka takes a little while to get into her running, so Brianna transition into Shericka would be a massive and a perfect thing to do.
Excellent point.
Oh yeah, we need to put you on the relay committee, man, because these persons not thinking. But also, I think there is a little rift between the women where, and I know Levan look like you want to sleep, so we have to run out of town. But I think there's a little rift with the women where who want anchor, who want do this leg, who want do that leg. I don't think. And Adrian spoke about team earlier. I don't think there's enough sacrifice for the team.
Yeah, that's true.
Because Elaine's selfish.
Well, if you want to say Elaine's selfish, that's fine, right? But I think a lot of persons want the glory. People want the glory leg. People want this leg. But if we really follow the structure, what Adrian said, and obviously what Odian echo is real talk. Because if it's Brianna to Shericka, whoever third, whoever anchor, I think that serves a greater purpose, and I think
that's what the 4x1 should be about. Elaine third and Shelly anchor.
Yep. And then another thing is, I would love for if these women could run a relay that's not at a championship. I think they get a little bit of jitters in the championship.
Even if, I would not be upset with them chasing the world record and dropping the button. I personally would not be upset. But go out there and give it listen, this is Jamaica we're talking about. Everybody knows for our exchanges, right? The rest of the world is playing catch up. We've been doing the first day of training at Georges. You jog around the track, they might give you a button and say, all right, let's practice. I don't know what your coach they do at your junior time, but the first day of training, Popo and make you know say, yo, watch your button changes. Even if you never met the team, you have a button in there and you warm up with it.
Absolutely.
Right? And
But Adrian, I'm gonna just say this though. I can understand from a team perspective why they played it safe. Jamaica was literally looking at the broader picture. We have not been able to win the Olympic gold medal since 2008, and we want that gold medal. We can get the world record next year at the World Championship. We're the defending world champion in 4x1. Let us go all out for that. If we mess up, fine, but we want that Olympic gold medal.
Okay, all right, fair enough. Point. We're the defending champion. Okay.
Fair point. Yeah. But I think we still have to call it tonight, man, because I have other things planned as well. So I think for all, 3 or 4 days of the championship, I might just have a live watch along. I mean, I can't share the races because I'm afraid of copyright. TVG already clap a copyright for me because I share Tia Clayton race a couple months ago.
I guess we can have a post-game show each evening if that's fine.
Every one of them, man. I'm going to do a watch along and I'm also going to do a review afterwards. Yeah. So, both of them, man. Guys, remember, man, subscribe, man. There's 45 of you still watching at this point in time. That's wonderful support, man. I enjoy it, man. So remember to hit that subscription button, also hit that like button, and keep on sharing our content. Any final thoughts from you guys before we actually wrap it up?
Yes, Kems is wrong. I am right. That's the final thought.
No, man, the final thought, man. Put on back the clone.
The final thought for me is that it's a pleasure being here. Love the conversation, love the discussion, and just excited to see what happens.
Hold on, before you go, here is Rico Too Hot. You are always welcome to come on the show, boss. He's saying Shericka can't run second leg because she's right-handed. Oh my God, internet coach. You see, these are little.
That is the most foolish comment I've ever heard.
Fool things when I talk about. Listen.
Majority of the persons on the team might be right-handed, and it's only 2 legs that are going to run with the baton in your right hand. The lead off on the 3rd leg.
Rico need to send me his address so I can mail this to him.
And these are the same people who will say that. These are the same people who will say that don't want to see Shericka on the 3rd leg either, or on the turn. No. And the turn is where you are receiving the baton with your right hand.
Like it's always going to be an issue. Somebody going to be, oh, we don't want this person just like they have to make sacrifice.
The thing though, all I'll say out of just to see Elaine anchor the team, I would say I would like to see Elaine anchor one day, simply because let me tell you, Shelly has been the only person on the team that has run lead off, 2nd leg, 3rd leg, last year 3rd leg for the first time, every leg.
So she's the team player. So I wonder who is the problem.
No, Elaine compete in the leg that she's asked to. 2015, she's asked for 3rd leg.
No, man. Let's leave it where it is, man.
Okay. So is it that you are saying that Elaine was offered the anchor leg and refused to anchor?
I don't know.
I know.
Maybe.
Oh.
Maybe.
All right. I hope they give it to her this time around.
Hey, Rico Too Hot, you're welcome to come on the show anytime with your non-internet coaching. We want your insight. We want your teachers.
Rico, one at.
Definite.
Nah, use the 2 at, brother. 1 at him I use, brother.
But I say, man, big up to Chris who was here earlier, and also France who came on late, but did add its insight and did make some brilliant points before he actually left. But thanks to the remaining fellas that are in the panelists, as I mentioned, all these guys were in track and field, but they weren't good enough. They were just some bugs. So big up Kims, the voice, respect Agent, and Odin, first time around, and you lived up to your name, and you're really the statistician. So keep on doing the good work, man. And tomorrow we'll be back here to do it all again, man. Because
definitely tomorrow.
Yes, man.
Yes, Adrian. Yes.
Big up to the producer, Josh Carlo, makes it possible, and all you, the commenters, all new subscribers, big up on yourself, and keep on supporting us at Sports Frenzy, and have a peaceful and wonderful night.